Have the biggest attendance issues of the group.
Hey,
Mm-hmm.
what's up, everyone? Getting a nice stream going. As always, getting
And we're
everyone
waiting
here on
for
time is
the
the
same people we're
real
always waiting
challenge.
for.
Missing 2 people currently, but eventually they should show up.
Well, there's Kurt says be there in a few. What's a few?
Terrible time.
Bets over under 7 minutes.
20 gold. Wait, hold on. Wait. Hold on before I make that. How much gold do I have? Ooh, 10 gold. 10 gold. That a few minutes is greater than 7 for hope.
I'll take you on that.
Hey, did our playlist end like right in time?
Why
I don't know, because I haven't muted.
Ditto.
There we go. I have unmuted it.
I just switched it to the tavern stuff from the medieval lo-fi.
There we go. Now, what do we think for Ellendeer? What do we think for our over under for him?
I can call him real quick. He's at a hotel by himself. He was taking a nap.
Quotation marks taking a nap.
I'm gonna just say yes.
The quotation marks mean that he's whacking off, probably.
Ooh. How about,
Thank you. It didn't need to be stated.
Ooh. What about, or should we say which one joins us first?
Probably Ellendeer, because I'm about to call him since we've heard from Hope and not him.
What are you going to call Ellendeer?
Johnny.
When Ellendeer does yours, we all need to say here's John. There's John?
No, we all gotta say
Where's
Johnny just came marching home.
Looking good. We're at 2 minutes for 2 minutes past out of the 7.
Right?
I might actually make some money and not be broke.
I mean, he was typing just like an hour ago when I started pinging everyone.
Did you ping me?
There was nothing to ping. I mean, yes, you were tagged in the make sure you did your long rest and leveled thing.
We're gonna say it's been 2 minutes.
No, as soon as
message in chat.
This
As soon
motherfucker's not answering the call.
as soon as you said this over under 7, I timestamped 7 minutes and choose.
Well, I don't have your stream open, and it's not in Discord, so you get fucked. I just pressed I there.
Oh, we're live, by the way, on that note.
We are completely live.
Yeah. I appear to be the only one watching. Howdy-ho.
Yes. Well, with people just constantly calling out to the stream.
It doesn't help.
Or not to the session.
Yeah?
I don't hear it ringing when I call him.
Means he blocked you.
Oh, there he is. His icon just turned green.
Yeah, you retard. We fucking agreed on the same exact time. I posted at 4:33 and you posted at 31. I said 2 minutes before this. It's the same timestamp.
You said it doesn't exist. You tried to start the time all over again.
No, I didn't. I said it's going to be 2 minutes before this, and it had been 2 minutes. You posted it at 4:31, 2 minutes before I posted that message. So we have the same timestamp.
That's a different timestamp. Because if yours is 4:33,
I'm muting you.
which would actually be 6:30. Of course, how many lo-fi girls do you have in this?
2. Is that a problem for you?
Are they the same girl?
No.
Are they twins?
Maybe.
Do they play the same thing?
No.
What's the difference?
I don't know. Go
One's
ask them.
called Yin and one's called Yang.
But which one has the domain
That's just
expansion?
racist.
I mean, is it racist if it's also true?
Yes. Which one is that? That's Ellendeer. Now we just need Hope.
I was trying to call.
He typed that he'd be there in a few in
We have a
Oh.
bet
one of the
going on.
channels in the schedule, but he didn't say what a few means.
Okay.
Tell him, DM him. Tell him that I will send him a dick pic if he shows up on time.
It has to be in Braille.
You gonna emboss it in Discord or something, or what? What's up?
Define to me what emboss means.
It's like when you imprint something, but it
Not
it makes
you.
it-
The
Yeah,
one
it's-
that used the word in the sentence.
It's like when you
okay.
imprint a dick pic into Discord.
I hate all of you.
Embossing is like you have a flat piece of paper and you have a stamp that's rigid, and it stamps the paper into that shape.
Think notary.
Out of curiosity, why do you think I used that?
Because then he could
I
feel
think-
my dick.
All right.
Wouldn't it feel the same thing as Braille?
Shit!
There he is.
A little dot.
It was not over. 6:37.
Yeah, he's a minute or freaking. He was like 30 seconds early.
I said on time, no dick pic for Kurt.
Well, on time was 8 minutes
I
ago. No.
literally said that was going to be a couple minutes late.
All right, Dad, go ahead and
We
give
were
yourself
betting
10
on
gold.
whether
I'm
let's
taking
go-
10 away.
we were betting on whether or not you'd be over under 7 minutes. I bet under, and Beto bet over.
Oh,
Cost me 10 gold for being
Yep.
within 30 seconds. You
No, within a minute and 30, because we said over 7.
so
I tried to get
7 minutes.
8 minutes.
Oh, then why not just make it 50 minutes?
It's a good idea.
No, 8 minutes is over 7.
Oh, 7 minutes is over 7.
Oh, you
7 minutes is 7.
We're all doing good. You're a little quiet there, Kurt. I only have Veto, Farcon, and Nimnil on Owlbearer.
3.
I
Make sure you
believe
guys
it
are in
is
the
pinned on
proper
the
order.
game.
I need
table.
I need the new. Okay.
Trying to open it up. There we go.
So who's dying tonight?
We're about to find out, aren't we?
Well, definitely Hope,
It's
because
me,
Hope
I'm
wants
the
to
problem.
die.
It's
We've
me.
established that.
Hope
I
is
did
the
not,
one.
No, I did not say
No.
I hope it's going to die.
I am going to advise caution, because as much as it can be easy to criticize the DM, sometimes there are situations where if you all step wrong, there may be an unavoidable horde situation. So, throwing that out there, the party needs to lean to their strengths and play smart. If we even make it that far tonight, I guess we'll find out.
At what
Yeah,
point has
no.
this party ever been smart?
That's true.
Or ever gotten to the point of the session within the first session.
Oh yeah, no, this thing's going on at least one more, if not 2 more sessions. Which is crazy. A Christmas special would be so much more fun.
ATM. I got a question.
Yes.
Considering, well, are Do I need to keep track of my arrows? Because I have been. Is that something that you're going to enforce, as you're saying here, that we need to be careful and prepared, so to speak? Because Elendil is going to need some arrows if that's the case.
And visibility.
The shopping. You want to just retcon that I picked up all my arrows?
I think it is safe to assume that per long rest, we can just say that you restock your arrows. I don't know that we need to roleplay out you buying arrows every rest. That said,
Can I
you do
restock my
need to-
darts then?
basic bullshit project. Yes, Kurt. Before I commit to anything, what's your input, sir?
Simple for you. If you buy special arrows, keep track of those special arrows. If you have regular arrows, just let them use them unlimited. Because special arrows are the magical ones and everything. At least that's how I usually do it. Like, just keeping track of all those fucking arrows is annoying as fuck, and D&D is stupid to do how people do that. So, if you're buying special arrows, keep track of those. But if you're not, don't fucking worry about it. Otherwise, it's gonna be a pain in the ass for the DM and for the player, and it's not worth it.
So does that mean I don't have to keep track of my ball bearings either? I always have my balls.
No,
You
don't
always have your balls.
You always have your balls. God damn it.
That said, though,
It's different.
while I agree with everything Kurt just said, I do want you to keep track over the course of like an individual encounter, right? Not that you're going to go through 200 arrows in one fight, but some of these fights can get a little crazy sometimes, and realistically, you don't just have an unlimited supply. But that said, for, between rests, between fights, yes, you go recollect arrows, you go buy new arrows. We'll just say that that's a given, right?
Okay.
I'm claiming that for my darts as well.
That's fine with me for darts, again, unless they're special. If they're magic or poison, or they have some special additive or aspect about them, then we need to be more strict about that, obviously.
All right, cracking open the first beer.
Any other questions?
Yes.
Yes.
Are you sure that player's gonna be dying tonight?
I am not sure. I'm not even sure how far y'all will get or if you will go in the right direction. I definitely should not have kept you guys from
Good talk. Good talk.
Sorry, I'm laughing because of a screenshot I was sent by Veto. I should not have kept you guys from wandering around the woods aimlessly for an hour last time, because that would have been funny. Any more questions?
It's not funny.
Thoughts about Stu being a warp roll bunny.
So, welcome everyone to Hellfire Club Session 10. We've made it 10 deep. Last time, the 7 Seekers set out on the trail of the goat herding bandits after a little bit of intelligence gathering. You wandered around aimlessly a bit. You questioned some random people. The whole party decided that some poor and innocent pauper must be a bandit. But you all did, as you were tracking them towards their camp, come across several bandits in some ruins. And you managed to take all of their goats, I think 4 goats, 3 goats alive, 3 goats alive, and 1 bandit alive, killing the others. Farcon took an arrow to the neck. For the most part, though, everyone made it out completely unscathed. It was not a serious challenge. And you all decided to set back to town with your prisoner. Farcon went and turned in the prisoner, trained for a bit, returned to the Beach Leviathan where the rest of the party had gone to drink, have some food, and grab some sleep. Nimnil was refusing to come out of his flask. Veto was trying to apologize and make friends with a very drunk Tabaxi. And Gad and Elendil had a long conversation privately, and I believe that about sums it up. And of course, Veto got a rabbit and named it Stu. There's that part. Anything I glazed over there that anyone would like to add to the narrative?
What's
One
the
of the
status
goats'
our
names was
companion
Gigi.
Grog?
What's the status of what there, Elendil?
Our companion Grog.
Well, you all went to bed, and Grog, with some change in his pocket, just kept drinking.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you all have had a long rest, and everyone has awakened, and I assume is gathering downstairs, upstairs. Where are we headed, party? What are we doing as we all awaken?
Downstairs.
Downstairs.
Well, we do not have any more leads from the guy that we turned in, right? No one has came to us to tell us anything that guy might have said about where the base might be.
No, you guys turned in a prisoner, and that was pretty much that.
So, do these people not question prisoners? I feel like we should be getting some answers out of these guys.
I mean, it's the next
Appreciate
morning.
it.
You're working a case. Y'all didn't interrogate him. I don't know what to do. Nobody's coming to deliver special messages to you about some, dumbass bandit you went and turned in. What's that?
Next time we're
I might have forgotten to ask about that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, these things happen.
interrogating before we drop them off at the Hall of Justice.
Yeah, I swear to God, these guys are fucking useless.
I'll tell you.
They
It's
did
a
look
bore hog.
extremely busy when I was there, so I don't know.
Well,
can't tell you.
if we have nothing to do, downstairs, I'm getting breakfast. I'm getting a fish stew and having a grog.
All right, waking up with some fish stew and grog.
Is it just me, or is he breaking up for everybody?
He was clear to me.
Fuck. All right.
Am I clear to you?
Yes.
Now you are.
It'll be all right. We'll sort you through it. So the rest of the party is gathering in downstairs. As you see your party leader Gad at the bar there, having some fish and some grog for breakfast. That ginger, redheaded, drunken dwarf is nowhere in sight.
You just said they were having grog for breakfast. Did he eat grog?
Maybe. What was that, Hope?
They have vegetable soup here, right?
Let me
No.
check. No, I don't
think
think
it's
so. I
just
don't
fish
think so.
stew.
No vegetable soup or anything? I forget what they have at this goddamn place.
They don't got fresh greens, I'll tell you that.
No. They do have vegetable soup.
They do have vegetable soup. Yes.
It's 2 silver pieces.
A veggie stew and a grog.
Yeah. I get a vegetable soup, and I will get me
Okay, that's 4 silver
probably some water.
pieces.
Just probably just get some regular water.
They don't serve water.
Well, of course they don't serve water. What place doesn't fucking serve water? I mean, that is fine.
Go seek your head out and drink
That
some
is
Nimna
fine.
water.
They don't serve water.
You got a
Do they have
flask of.
any type of juice?
Juice. There's no juice here. You got ale, you got rum, you got wine, and you got grog.
You're not gonna have a drink of any of that. Okay, that's fine. You
It's
just
a
have
pirate bar.
You got a
vegetable
flask of
soup.
tasty water.
This is not water in this flask.
Just drink the Nimnil juice.
Veto. Veto.
I know.
We're not going through this today, okay?
Nimnil, how are we doing in that flask as you hear Hope trying to figure out what to eat and drink?
No, I think you know exactly how I'm doing.
All right.
Yeah, we'll just
Hello,
leave it at that.
Cassius.
We'll
How
just
are
leave
you?
it at that.
Farkon?
We are having a
Farkon, how are we doing as everyone's gathering at the bar downstairs there?
having a session going.
Veggie stew and a grog. And I am doing some stretching as I'm walking down the stairs.
All right. All right.
man,
Eladir?
Elder's gonna come by to the bar and have a seat and try to get some stew.
Ysira and Sandrine are both working. This is the day shift now, and they are both. It's relatively early in the day, probably about 9 a.m. You all have gotten some good rest. You got in much earlier than usual the night before.
No, we were just barely.
And
get going.
they're quick to serve everybody with a smile and get some drinks and food going there.
Mm. Wonderful.
Veto, what's going on? What's that, Hope?
You would say to the group, how can y'all eat that type of soup? I mean, well, that type of stew. Pointing at the fish stew.
Nutritionist.
I don't know what you mean. Tastes just fine.
This is better though. It's the vegetables inside it that make you stronger. Yep.
You are a bit quiet, by the way.
Yes, Kurt, I got you turned all the way up and I can't hear you.
Same.
How about now?
Oh, I can
That's
hear you
better.
now.
Mhm.
Better.
Is that Kurt I hear?
Shut up. Anyways, she would say to the group, "There's vegetables inside of this soup, though. It's better for your body. Yes."
Guy just chuckles and then goes back to eating his soup.
Vedo's going to order some sea bass, some loaf breads of loaf, and some cheese of hum, as well as 2 mugs of ale.
Ales of mug?
Yes, ales of mug.
She would
Look,
pour
Sure.
the food
the
here being
bottle.
listed as bread on a loaf made it messed up because it makes breads of loaf.
I'm gonna turn to Farcon there. I'll say, what happened to the prisoner last night? Where did you drop him off?
The place we dropped off the last one. Oh,
So
Justice.
at the halls. Gotcha.
Yep. There was
Are we
a
sure
lot of people, so I just
Are we sure
Um,
the jails are even at the halls of justice, or are they at the castle? Because we need to go and question that prisoner today.
I think they're at the castle, but I just go to Hall of Justice because it's easy because I know where that is,
Gotcha.
and I'm getting to know everyone there, so they know me. So
Where do we stand with everything right now? Like, what's our current? And this is to Gad. I mean, we're looking for goat bandits.
Yep.
we're looking for the main
So
base.
yes, we're gonna go and question the bandit that we kept alive last night, and see if he has any information that he's able to give up about the location of the bandit base.
Okay.
Dad goes back to eating his soup before finishing it.
Do you by chance have an object of
Mm.
the person?
An object of the person?
Yes.
I got
Something
Stu.
that
Stu the bunny.
might be able to track them by any chance.
I think only Grog picked something up from them out of character because he was the one to loot them.
No,
But in character, no, I do not have anything.
She will
I'm
ponder
sorry.
this for a moment.
today is the 8th day of chess, right?
I believe so, yes.
About that time, yes.
So according to Gordrick, tomorrow is when he meets his supplier back at that field.
So there's that
And
tabaxi that I
out of
wanted to
character,
get
is
so bad.
our full moon's on the 10th day? Is that what we're doing?
That's a graphic he shared. And Rob, if you don't break, Rob, you need to break out the bowl. I want to hear the echoing from within the flask.
Where's this moon image?
The full moon of chess would be the 15th.
Got
Are we worried about moons now?
it. Yes, most certainly.
Oh,
if If
Who cares about
Nimnil's
names?
able to bring a friend with him, we have a solution.
Oh my goodness.
I don't like this.
Into
like
the
that.
timeout. The where
While none
beings
of
go into
you
the
are
timeout
aware of
room.
this in character, while you say you don't like that, I will let you know that the flask is in your pocket. Yes, Hope?
Yeah, it's in her pocket at the moment.
There's laughter coming from it right now, and what you do not know is that Nimnil has figured out how to summon non-combat illusory entities to talk with, and that Hope herself is feeding him grapes with her fingertips while he swings in a hammock.
Does
Again,
Okay.
though, you only know that there's laughter coming from your pocket. He's very happy about this.
Nil? No. What is going on in there?
Yes, indeed.
There's your answer.
Okay. Hope will look towards Gad and say to him, I have a very important question for you, Gad.
What is
How are
that,
you
Hope?
how are you liking leadership so far?
It is what it is. I neither like it nor dislike it.
I
It
see.
just, it is.
It just is, you say. Hmm.
Why do you ask?
I am just thinking. Um, I, I was just thinking. You would say. She just gives a shrug.
Gad just shrugs back and goes back to drinking his grog.
She will look towards Ellendeer. Is there a way by chance you can find out information about our friends? Put your ear towards the ground and listen for more details?
That's kind of what I'm trying to figure out right now is what our next move is going to be. I feel like our
I think you should go hit the town.
pardon me. I should go hit the town.
Yes. Go to places where you will be able to mingle with other with the unsavory type by chance.
You suggesting I get my hands a little dirty?
I'm not suggesting to get your hands dirty. I am more suggesting
Gad
that.
will interject. It's a figure of speech.
Oh. No, I'm more or less suggesting that you try to see what you can discover more than anything else.
Yeah, I could do that.
Excellent. Looking towards Fardock. You said you know people of the Justice Department. The Hall of Justice,
Excuse
right?
me.
Getting to know more.
Do you think that they will allow you to at least have a conversation with the prisoner?
I think I'd have to go talk to the guards that are usually stationed there, but they're different every time I go. They're not always the same people.
That is fine. I'm sure they heard about you or have heard rumors at least about you thus far. Would you be willing to try and see if you can get access to the area?
I can go ask.
Excellent. Her eyes will fall upon Gad. I think, Gad, that you would be helpful with going with Fardock, actually. It make things a little bit easier. Maybe.
That was going to be the plan.
Oh, excellent. Veto, you're with me.
Huh? What's
And
that?
what are you two going to do?
Well, what we're gonna do is be reasonable and wait till you all get back with information. Then we are gonna act on that information.
Veto has
Dad
been
finds the way
barely.
Hope said this very suspicious.
Veto has not been paying that much attention. He's been feeding Stu this whole time,
That's fine.
wondering about if that tabaxi is remembers the other night.
The tabaxi that from the other night is nowhere to be found.
Oh, this is a new tabaxi?
That's just because you see people in the map doesn't mean that you know. I try to populate it so to make it feel a little more immersive for everybody, right?
I try to make. I mean, I'm trying to make at least a little bit of a way
But
that
no,
we can get information widely for all of us. He would say, explain to Yad. I'd rather not get involved into the area of the unsavory stuff because that's not who I am. And honestly, I don't want to screw things up for Ellendir. And for the Hall of Justice, they might not want to talk with me, maybe. And I'd rather not have to deal with Nino while there, and him being Nimno, well, he would just probably screw things up in one way or another. Sorry,
Fair
Nimno,
enough.
I'm not trying to be rude to you.
Veto now paying attention slightly more, hearing about plan to go to the Hall of Justice is not too thrilled, so he will go along with Hope's plan of not going to the Hall of Justice, and instead just standing by and attending to Stu.
Okay. And
All right.
she give them all a smile, and she would settle back in her chair and have a conversation with the ladies at the bar.
Well, hope you can. I just realized that's your name too. I was gonna say. Hope you can keep yourself entertained, and then I'll turn to Farcon. And I'll be like, I'll take a look at Farcon's bowl to see how much is gone. See if he's ready.
Slip the
You
rest.
ready to go, Farcon?
Yes, I'm good. I'm gonna down the rest of my soup. Put the bowl on the table, down the rest of my drink, and put that back down and head out.
All right, and I'll follow side by side. We leave the Leviathan in search of the prisoner.
All right, so far, Khan and Gad are headed to the Hall of Justice, I believe, and Ellendir is headed to do Ellendir things. I have no idea where or what. And who's up first here?
Let's do Ellendir, because I am very curious on how he's going to do this.
Fuck if I know. So I mean, Ellendir's gonna,
That's a very
Ellendir's
easy
gonna
way
go.
to do this.
Ellendir's gonna go back to the docks, I guess, and where there was some loading and unloading of things and such, and he's going to look for the goat cart that he saw before. See if Jasira's father is back at the docks.
As you work your way along the docks, you mostly see the usual activity taking place. Nothing really out of the ordinary or suspect. It's a lot of business as usual. I'm sure that there's nefarious characters and nefarious deeds happening, but for the most part, much of that activity just blends in with the normal working day along the docks. You do spot Gordrick, on his usual corner, now that there is not vomit and stinky meat there.
Hold on, that's been destroyed.
So Ellendir will, casually walk along the dock, spotting Gordrick, but not making a beeline for him as to not startle him. But he'll meander here and there, observing all the movements of the dock as he usually does, trying to observing any peculiar behavior, maybe anyone watching Gordrick before he makes any move towards Gordrick.
Nothing seems out of the ordinary in that regard. Gordrick is a man that seems focused on his fine product and, making some money to take home for the day.
All right. Should I keep going?
Up to you.
Yeah, I mean, so then Ellendir will approach Gordrick and say, "Hello, sir. Hello. Fancy finding you here again."
Jasira's friend from the Leviathan.
Indeed, I am. How are you today?
Doing good. It's sold quite a bit so far. Can't complain.
That is good to hear. Has business been strong?
It always picks up toward the end of the 10-day.
Always towards the end, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you had any trouble getting your supplies lately?
Not lately, no. If anything, they seem to have an even larger stock than usual. The prices have gone down a bit. They're always eager to sell, though. Tomorrow's the 9th. That's when I'll head back out to meet them. Those guys are a little shady, but I can't complain about the price,
Are they the same suppliers you've always had, or are these new people?
There's occasionally a new face or two from their little camp or whatever, wherever they're from, but it's usually the same lot.
I see. What time do you usually head out to see them?
Early. They're always there before the sun comes up. I like to get there as soon as I can. Get the goats back home and do my butchering and get to work for the day.
Oh, so you do the butchering and the selling, huh?
I sure do. Can't have a middleman taking a copper from me.
That's right. Well, that is interesting. Yeah, I've been looking into learning more about that industry. Maybe I could tag along with you tomorrow and see what it's all about.
I'd be happy to lead you out there.
No, well, that would be grand, Gordrick. And any special cuts that you recommend?
The liver's the best, son.
Yeah, how do you like to prepare it?
Just saute it up a little bit with some sauce. You don't need to get too fancy if the meat's good.
All right. Well, how long? I see you outside the Leviathan. I feel like last 10 days. Did I not?
I frequent this corner quite a bit. I generally try not to get too close to the Leviathan. I don't want my girl to feel too crowded, But it's good to kind of keep an eye on the area. Know she's doing good over there.
Well, I got some walking to do, but if I see you here, I'm gonna pick up some liver from on my way back to the Leviathan. How long do you stay out here?
It all depends, Any every day's different. If things slow down too much, I'll move to another spot. So I really can't say.
If I'm lucky, I'll see you here. All right.
Sounds good.
All right, Gordrick. If I don't see you tonight, I'll see you tomorrow.
See you later, Ellendir.
All right. And Ellendir will walk off and share the stage with another player.
All right, as Ellendir continues his way out and about doing Ellendir things, Gad and Farkon arrive at the Hall of Justice.
Gad is going to follow Farkon's lead here.
Head over to the guard station at their little guard hut that they rest in when they're being lazy shits, which they normally do.
So up near the top of the stairs, as one makes their way towards like the grand temple area, there is a little outpost where the guards tend to kind of go back and forth from as they kind of stand ceremonial guard, keep an eye on things, meet people coming and going.
Which guard's working today?
There's 3 or 4 present, but only one looks vaguely familiar. You think you may have sparred with him once, but you're not sure.
I will. Is he on the move or is he standing at the station?
He is standing what appears to be ceremonial guard.
Okay. So I will
Yes.
go over. I will go over to him and wave.
He kind of gives you a slight nod, but very little acknowledgement. He's very focused on maintaining his composure in this moment of duty.
Is there anybody on duty that's not
Of the
standing
3
around?
others, one is kind of snoozing in a chair in the outpost, and the other 2 are standing by, clearly on guard duty, but not in that ceremonial capacity.
Okay. Were any of you guys around last night when I stopped by with that prisoner? Or was there someone else on duty? Because I need to go find him.
The only one here late last night's this fella, and one of them kind of nods towards the guy snoozing in the chair. We just got here for the day shift.
Can one of you wake him up?
They
Please?
kind of look back and forth at each other, kind of bicker under their breath. One looks back at you. I don't want to wake him up. You wake him up.
Dad's like, I'll wake him up. And he'll step forward and tip the chair slightly as to slam it forward so the man wakes up.
The man is startled, kind of lets out an abrupt
Oh
snore,
my
and
gosh.
almost smashes his face into the desk as he falls forward a little bit and manages to sit up and gain his composure. He looks up at you. I mean, very startled, very dazed, a little groggy and grumpy, in his eyes there, and he kind of meets your gaze, looking back and forth between you and Farrakhan.
I'll say,
All right.
sorry, sir, I didn't mean to interrupt you that badly. Just meant to give you a little shake. My friend and I here, he came in late last night, and the others say you were on duty. We dropped off a prisoner and are in need to question him. If you could point us in the direction, it'd be very, very grateful.
Last night, we never let people outside of the Lord's Alliance in to question prisoners. He kind of carries on. He's clearly waking up.
Well, this threat threatens the Alliance and everyone in the town. And so if we can't question him, we need him to be questioned.
The threat threatens the Alliance. Oh. What?
Where's the prisoner? That's all we need to know. Is he at the castle? Is he at the prison? Hello, where is he?
Multiple patrols brought people in from all over the city last night. I don't know who the fuck you're talking about.
Where are the prisoners kept?
In the dungeon, under the hall.
All right, Gad will turn
Is
to
there
one
someone
of the others. He'll
Is
turn
there
to
a
one of the
higher
others
rank-
and say, where are the dungeons?
And is there a higher rank around that we can talk to? You guys
Higher.
are not it.
Higher rank.
Yes.
I'm in charge.
Are you in charge of the shift or are you in charge of the entire thing?
There's the shift, the guard shift.
Okay. Is there someone that's above you that we can talk to that's awake?
I mean, there's someone above me, but you can't talk to him. I'm not gonna bother him. Who are
if
you guys again?
We're
Seven
part of the
Seekers.
7 Seekers, and we just got promoted. We're
Oh.
now in charge of the special interest of the Shineshal himself. and we need to question the prisoner that we dropped off last night. My patience is running thin, and I need answers. Where are the dungeons?
Your patience is the I don't care who you are. You're not getting in the dungeons.
Says you. But
That
like I
says
said,
me.
we need to talk to someone above you so we can get in there.
The man
We-
kind of
we-
grunts
we-
as he
enjoying
stands from
listening
his
to this.
chair and slams it forward into the desk, and he walks off down towards the back of the hall, like deep into the building. The two guys standing awake that were behind him on guard duty both look pretty puzzled, pretty surprised at the two of you.
Are they blocking our path from following him, or can we follow him?
Right now they're just standing there, kind of taking an appraisal of the situation.
Because I feel like he walked off like I should follow him.
I don't think they're gonna. I don't think we should. I think he's going to get someone higher ranked than him.
Or he's coming back with a whole lot of other people to bring you to the dungeon.
I'll wait.
So as you all wait, one of the two guys standing there, they kind of bicker and whisper back and forth amongst each other. They're both rather young. You know, there's not a lot of maturity between these two. You think there's a little bit of snickering, and one of them says, "So you guys are the ones that took out those cultists, yeah? The couple nights ago in the catacombs."
Yep.
That be us.
Hamsit
Yeah.
fight.
You're not there. Quiet down, you.
Yeah, you should.
Throwing me off here. That sounded like quite the night. We definitely have heard about your antics.
Yeah, it was a very long night. I don't often sleep much, but that night took a 10, 12-hour rest afterwards. Let me tell you.
Yeah, we were all out pretty quick after that night.
Can't believe it, though. A group of Vecna cultists in the city, within the city limits.
Didn't they say they weren't the only group, though? I think there was some more groups around the city. They said. I think I heard someone say that.
Gad will turn to Farkon. Yeah, I'm sure there's more than just the one.
Yeah.
But we have no more leads as of now. As
So if you
other
guys hear
prisoner
anything,
was not questioned like we asked.
Which other
I think he
prisoner?
was. I just don't think they told us about it.
The cultist prisoner that we brought in, the leader of the group. We told them that
Solver,
we wanted
yes,
to question
yes.
him. Yes. And
You
we
guys
also
just don't
received
know
no
what
info from him. Exactly.
only-
We haven't
It's only
received
been like
information.
3 days. Yeah. You're on a different assignment. But yeah. So one of the guys kind of goes wide-eyed at the mention of the name Vecna, and he and his friend go back to kind of whispering and snickering back and forth with each other. As another minute or two passes, and you see the groggy guard making his way back down the grand hall with another larger man behind him. As he
Do I
approaches, he
recognize
kind of
that man?
motions between you and the larger guy, and then settles back down into his chair, folding his arms over his chest and propping his feet up on that desk, kind of watching on with a mix of amusement and disdain in his eyes.
Before the other man can introduce himself, Gad will do a slight bend over and say, Gad, you sirs of the 7 Seekers, I've come to question a prisoner that was dropped off, or, as I look over to the other man that said that we could not question him, if we cannot question him, I look back, we need him to be questioned.
The larger man kind of listens for a moment, gives a nod. Everyone that was brought in last night has already been questioned. They've all already been sentenced. We acted pretty fast this morning. Oh, I know. Which case is this? The Seven Seekers. Something about the goat herding bandits. Yeah, the ones plaguing the travelers around the city.
That be
Yeah,
it.
that
Yes.
was.
He did
Yeah,
mention
that-
something about a camp to the south, and them bringing goats in that they've been stealing back and forth on a cart. That they sell to the people of the city. That's about it. I don't know. What else are you looking for here?
Oh,
Chad will turn to
my
Farcon
God.
and
That's enough out of you.
we'll turn to Farcon and say, I wonder if that was from the same encampment that we came across. If that was just an outpost to a larger camp further down.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, I think that would have been an outpost because, I mean, there wasn't much of anything there.
Mm.
So I think
But
that
the
was
road
just
did
like a
continue
rest.
farther south.
Yeah, I think it was just a resting spot for them to like get rest for the night and then travel on until.
Listening, the man speaks up again. You all took him at he and his friends were there for an ambush. They were hoping to catch some travelers off guard. The camp was further out, I think. He said about 2-3 hours outside the city.
Okay,
You see,
that's
that's very
thanks
valuable
for that
information.
info.
Yes, thank you.
If you hear anything else from either that guy or the cultist leader that we brought in a couple nights ago that we still haven't gotten any info from, that would be great.
The cultist leaders, that Zulrir guy.
Yeah.
He was sent straight to Castle Never. But as far as I know, that's not an assignment that you're on right now.
True. But still, we brought him in. We would like some info from that.
I don't know how you think your job works, but I got news for you. That ain't how it works.
Yeah, we kind of guessed that, so.
Huh.
Just asking.
We'll be the ones to solve the issue anyways. Thank
Yeah.
you for their time and the answers. It's been very much appreciated.
Absolutely.
You have yourself a good rest of your day.
Yeah, see you guys in the ring next time.
He turns and heads back down the hall. The two younger guys, one of which it was the one on ceremonial duty that Farcon had sparred previously, but both their eyes light up a little bit when you mention the ring, and one of them gives you a nod.
I want to see if I can make the guy that I know flinch.
The one on ceremonial guard duty.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can make him flinch.
All right, give me a performance check. No, intimidation check.
Intimidation. I can do intimidation. Not really, but give me really bad. 7.
Not only does he not flinch, but he barely holds back a snicker.
Damn. All right.
All right. I think you got some spam there on your. Yep, you got it.
Yep.
All right. That's how you know you're doing all right over there on Twitch. Okay, so let's head back to the Beach Leviathan real quick. I believe Hope and Veto are hanging out there with Nimnil and a flask. How are things going over there, crew?
Hope is settled down in one of the chairs, chatting it up with the bar women, and she would say to them, "Has Andrella been around lately?"
Sandrine is kind of a grumpy, late middle-aged human woman, and she is short, generally speaking. You can see why. She's usually assigned to the day shift, and she tends to go about her business and just leave conversing to Jasira, the young halfling girl, the daughter of Gordrick's Goat Goods, who is bubbly and chatty and happy, and responds, Andrella works the night shift every night. She's sorry you missed you. Every time I pass her, she asks how you're doing when she doesn't see you.
Yes, that's good. I'm just glad that she is unaware of my new antics. Should we give a little cough? How are things working out here for you?
Oh, good. I make good money here, better than Dad some days.
That's good. She would look over at Veto. You've been quiet lately. You worry me.
Vedo this entire time has been trying to teach Stu tricks, and has been wondering how he can make a mini cape of billowing for his new best friend.
You're playing with the rabbit creature?
Vedo looks up at Hope and is just confused about what Hope is expecting from him at the moment.
You just surprised me. Huh.
Not everything has to be about fighting and killing.
No, it doesn't. I'm just a bit surprised that you're not. It doesn't matter. I'm sorry. I apologize. No. Are you inside? Well, you are inside there, but are you willing
Better
to
be.
come out of the flask?
Oh, yeah, that's the spot right there.
No.
Oh, don't stop. Keep going. Give me another. They're in my mouth right there. Yeah.
I think your water bottle needs to be empty. Your drinking flask is contaminated.
Just looks lost, but she just staring at the flask like, what is going on?
Vedo does say, if you aren't going to drink it, you should probably put it away, because it is not very nice to continuously tease me with that flask of water.
Do you wish to drink from the flask?
Yes, the only reason why I know that you keep the flask from me is because you don't want me to have the divine water, the succulent taste of
Divine, what are you talking about?
that flask. I know has the best water. No, he's not.
Yes, he is. Literally.
There's no way that Nimnil is inside of there. You are just keeping me from the flask of water.
Okay, then.
Haven't you seen him
No, I
go
have
in it?
never.
Nope. I could have sworn at the house you did, or at the abandoned house.
As I opened the door, he went into it, and then the.
That's right. Yep.
Magic, not real.
Yep.
So she will just ponder over this for a moment and say, okay, take the flask then for me.
Oh, God, yes. Now the other one. Do the other one. Oh.
Is the flask already open, or have you just been talking through it to Nimnil?
The flask is open at the moment.
Okay. What's happening there, Vedo?
Well, if Vedo has a chance to drink the glorious water, then Vedo's gonna stand up, head over to Hope, and take the flask.
All right. You
Going to
have
Odin-
an open flask in your hand, and sounds coming out of it of Nimnil moaning with pleasure.
Vedo is absolutely taking a drink.
Ugh.
As you lift the flask to your lips, you feel like just within you a burning like you are torn. There is something about your bloodline and your sorcerer lineage that is just screaming against everything you know and hold dear about science in your mind. Your hand
Veto's
like
gonna stop.
wavers. I need you to roll a wisdom save.
Mm,
OOC question.
Fail.
When
So
OOC
you are
question.
unable to stop. You are unable to resist. Your mind is just screaming. Your sorcerer lineage is just beating against your brain. You know deep down inside that magic is fucking real. And then a whisper, as the flask comes to your lips, a whisper tickles your ears. Oh, a skeptic with a taste for chaos. Delightful. Shall we see what you're made of, Veto? And I need you to roll a D100 as a moderate burst of wild magic is unleashed upon your lips and down your throat as you sip against that flask.
Magic is still not real.
Oh shit!
Down your throat.
Down your throat. We will be using the
34.
5e variant. This is a moderate surge. You rolled a what? A 94? I do
34.
not. 34. I don't see it anywhere.
34.
Oh, it is there. Okay. So let's see. Moderate burst of wild magic, a 34. Do.
Veto still knows magic is not real. It is not anything.
You gain the service of an arcane eye for 1 minute that does not require concentration. You create an invisible magic eye within range that hovers in the air for the duration. You mentally receive visual information from the eye, which has a normal vision and dark vision of 30 feet. Now, at the moment, you don't have control over this arcane eye that just formed over your head. Let me take us back to the beach Leviathan on the map here. But this arcane eye, it spawns about 15 feet away from you in the latrine downstairs where this guy is taking a shit. So in your mind, you now know that this man right here on the other side of that wall is taking a shit.
Can I roll to know him biblically?
I don't know what that means. As the effects of the surge fade, Larcoon's voice whispers teasingly, "Deny it all you like, dear Veto, but the magic knows you better than you know yourself. Care for another sip? Perhaps it will make a believer out of you yet."
I go for another sip.
Can Nimno fill the flask tipping?
Roll a D100. Nimnil cannot necessarily feel the movement outside the flask. It is a dimensional space. He can hear what is happening, though.
So he hears Larcoon.
Oh, you definitely hear Larcoon echoing in the flask and know that he's talking to someone other than you.
After the first sip and after the second sip, I absolutely finish it off with it. I can't do the sound, but you know the my mic needs to stay open long enough for me to go.
A 4 on the
2.
Wait, no, you rolled a 2. Okay, I was right. A moderate burst of magic brings you under the effects of confusion. The confusion spell for 10 minutes, and I need you to roll a d10.
Eight.
You use your action to make a melee attack against a randomly determined creature within reach. If there is no creature within reach, the creature does nothing to its turn. Please roll an unarmed hit against Stu the Rabbit. In your confusion after you drink from the flask.
It's random. It's
So
not
why
just,
am I
it's
not
within
so?
his radius?
Would I
Stu
not
is
also
an object,
attack
but
Hope?
you have to roll for that. Yeah.
Hope is.
Because
I
it
would
could
be
be
standing right
free
next to Hope.
You are also standing right next to Stu the Rabbit.
Dude, the rabbit's on my
Yeah,
shoulder,
so
not my,
they're
not my
multiple
vision.
entities, so we have to roll.
I don't know how you think random works, but
Roll a
you know,
d6. Evens you hit Hope, odds you hit the rabbit.
This guy gets it.
sure. Give me a 1d6.
A 5.
You hit the
the
rabbit.
I knew that was gonna put me out.
Please roll
Why do you-
damage, because that rabbit definitely does not have an AC of 14.
Oh, I bet.
And for you just I assume that you do not want to kill Stu,
No, I do not want to kill Stu.
but you've just beaten Stu within an inch of his life, and he is unconscious on the bar before you as everyone looks on in just abject horror at you beating your pet bunny.
Beto,
I'm
are you
I'm curious why Hope is letting Veto just constantly do this.
No, like she is speaking up. Finally, she does say, Beto, are you okay? What is going on? She would just,
Can he speak in confusion?
Veto just complete blank face.
Take another sip. Beat some sense into Hope. Let me out.
She will snatch the bottle from his hands.
Well, the bottle's still open, and you can come out.
The bottle is open. Nimno could have come out at any time. He's having too much fun in there.
No. Are you gonna come out of the bottle? Oh, the flask.
Are you gonna apologize?
Say that again.
Apologize, or she does it again.
It disappeared.
Why do you have to go out? Why do you have to be so mean to Stu?
I wasn't mean to Stu. You were mean to Stu.
Wait, you want me to apologize to you?
Yeah, otherwise, I'm gonna have you keep doing what you're doing in here. And I kind of like it.
Hope, you are attuned to the flask and you are intimately familiar with what he can do with it. So there's a good chance you can put together what that means.
Okay. You want to play this game then? Yes?
You started it.
Cork goes back into the flask. Okay.
All right.
I got 3 more in here.
So
That's not
back
awesome.
back to Ellendeer, out on the town. What do we do? Are we out intel gathering still? Are we headed back to the Leviathan? What's going on there, Ellendeer?
Where the poor quarter that Hope went to and initially found Grog. What quarter is that? Technically on our map here.
It has many names. It is known as the new district, the Chasm District. There's a third
Okay.
name that I don't recall off the top of my head right now.
Protector's Enclave. Protector's Enclave. That
No,
says that
Protector's Enclaves is not the port district.
Well, the Chasm District is on the other side of town, and Ellendeer definitely does not want to go that away.
Sure.
Before he does make any long trips, he will stop back at the Leviathan to share with Hope and Veto his findings thus far.
All right. As
Which
you
is-
walk
which-
in, you see Hope arguing with the flask, and Veto looking horrified. It was confused. I remind you, Veto, that in your mind, only like less than a minute has passed, and so aside from being terribly confused and having just beaten Stu within an inch of his life, you still have the arcane eye image of that guy in the toilet taking care of his business there. Gad and Farcon, are we headed back to the Leviathan, or what's our plan?
Yeah, I don't see why not. We'll head back.
All right, so
Vito
you
has-
both walk into the Leviathan shortly after Ellendir to see the scene that I have just described. You all arrive back around the same time there.
Vito has definitely seen worse.
Hope, what happened to him? And I'll point to Veta.
He took a sip from the flask. He wanted a sip. And
2
he
sips.
took a sip. 2 sips from the flask, actually.
I see.
That's the result that happened. You've been very keen on not believing that it's not divine water in there, so I had to prove it to him. He didn't want to listen.
Well,
Anyway.
let's sit him down so he doesn't. I'll like move him to sit down in a stool. He's not standing.
Absolutely. Oh, I am glad that you are back. Any results?
Yeah.
Oh, there
So. Oh, go ahead.
So go ahead, Gad.
Well, we got a report that the prisoner that we dropped off was interrogated already over the night, and what information they got out of him was that their camp was to the south, but it was 2 to 3 hours from town, so most likely it's further down the same path that we ran into the bandits earlier, and we just need to continue down that way, would be my guess.
Okay. Ellen, dear?
The bandits are most active, as we know, on the 3rd and 9th day of each 10-day. Now, Gordrick, the goat cart man, Jasira's father, he said that there's new faces every now and then again, and said that they tend to be some shady folk, but he likes the price that he's been getting. I'm going to guess they, due to their acquired stolen goods, they've been able to undercut a lot of the other suppliers, because he's been saying that the prices have been the best prices that he's had in a long time. So I am confident that whoever Gordrick is meeting are bandits, and we might be able to go with him and maybe tail the bandits back to their hideout, as opposed to confronting them and assuming they're not going to lie to us if we interrogate them.
I do like that plan.
So you
Elliot's going to look at the eyeball. Is there an eyeball floating around?
No,
You
it's
can't
invisible.
see it. It's in the latrine.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'll say it's invisible.
The
She
eye of
is-
Kilrog.
She is going to drum her fingers on the table as she nods at you all. Burdock, is there any information that you might that you gleaned as well from what we've learned so far?
Am I still
Archon.
currently confused?
Oh, sorry. Spacing out. Sorry. Oh, what was that?
Have you gleaned any more information from the information that you gathered from your friends at the College of Justice?
They interrogated the prisoner, and yeah, they told us a little, whatever he said. So yeah, we need to keep going south a little longer.
And then Gad will turn to Hope and say, he heard what I heard.
So what is our plan there, party? Are we waiting till tomorrow and trying to meet up with Gordrick? Are we headed to south following the trail? Are we going to go post up and camp out where we think the cart stationed on that hill? What are we doing, guys?
Am I still confused, or am I over that yet? No, yeah.
The confusion and the toilet eye have both passed.
Okay.
I like the thought of most of our party camping out ahead of time, maybe the night of the 8th going into the 9th. Seeing the bandits possibly set up, Ellenbeer approaches with Gordrick, and then after the transaction, maybe the party, they can see where they come from. Maybe they can pursue stealthily to try and find their
You just
hideout.
refer to yourself in the second person, Gad will say.
Yes.
Yeah, so with that, maybe Ellendeer and maybe one other person should stay and go with, or just Ellen. Otherwise, yeah, everyone should. It'd be ideal
Definitely
to get a jump on it.
Well, you
Gordrick
can't be
is not
speaking right
like
now.
them,
You're
no.
confused, sir.
I am no longer confused. Worn off.
He no
Has
longer
it worn
believes
off?
magic is real.
Is this true, Boris?
Yeah, it wore off. It was only a minute, and
Oh,
that's
I thought it
definitely
was 10
past.
minutes of confusion.
I don't think so.
1
minute.
He said it wore off.
It wore off. Yeah.
Yeah.
He
He's
did
Dan.
say it wore off, but I thought it was 10 and 1 on the eye. But regardless of that, Nimnil overheard the entire conversation and yells from within his flask, "I'm not gonna help until Hope apologizes for speaking ill of my investigatory guild."
What investigatory skills?
So,
Yeah, what are you talking about, Nimnil?
I am confused as well. What?
Why are you throwing a baby fit in there?
It doesn't matter, just apologize.
She can't apologize if she doesn't know
don't-
what she's apologizing
I
for.
don't know what I did wrong.
well, hold on. That is wildly inaccurate. You can absolutely apologize for stuff if you have no idea what you did wrong. I have years of experience doing it.
Because you're married.
Fair enough.
Oh, no, you're not.
Is this Veto saying this or Veto's player saying this?
One of the two.
Oh, I just need to know if it was just said in character or not. I think that's pertinent information for the party here.
They don't know that well enough to know that.
Well, did you say it out loud or not?
Did you just say that out loud as your
Yes.
character or not? Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Veto said that.
Hold up. Hope is just going to just blink and sigh deeply. I apologize then. No, I don't know what I'm apologizing for, but it is a sincere apology if you think that I have insulted
I
you.
accept, let me out.
No,
Yes, all good, let me out.
No.
Ah!
Okay, so what did we think of Ellendeer's plan suggestion there? I know Veto spoke on it. Gad, Farcon, Hope,
Hold on,
Nimno.
DM. Goddamn. Hold on.
All right,
You
my
let
bad, my
me
bad.
stay out. All right. Hope is going to look over at Ellender and say, I believe that you should be the one that go alone on this. They would be more inclined to believe if it's just you with Gordrick, in my
Yes,
opinion.
I actually already got permission to go along with him.
Yeah. Another thing is you believe that we should go and camp out. I'm concerned about that more than anything else. I do rather want to at least be in sight of you. If anything goes wrong on the way to the place, we don't know where they're gonna be at, so I will compromise and would like to suggest that we at least trail you. At least a bit, trail you a bit. and then see the transaction happening, and then try to meet up with the try to trail after the other bandits.
But if we
If
do
you
both,
want to do that, may I make a recommendation?
Ask away. I mean, say away.
I think we should procure a wagon or a cart, and you should feign being another set of merchants, because if the bandits are watching the road and they see an armed guard behind, they may get spooked.
what if we were to also be in position ahead of time, trying to scout ahead, while you are with your friend, and if someone wanted to follow you behind?
He has a point. Ellendir, that is. If they are keeping check on the road, you especially, pointing towards Vera, will stand out to them. They would not want to probably work with Gordrick if they suspect foul play. Let me think on this a moment.
Well, the lying tiefling thinks about your plans. I think that taking the covered wagon and hiding inside of it and pretending to be merchants is a good idea.
I do agree. I think procuring a second wagon and acting as another set of merchants is definitely probably the best idea we've had so far. Though I do agree with Ellendir that we should set up ahead of time, or some of us should scout. I volunteer as one if anyone else may want to, but I need no sleep. I can meditate in the woods, and we'll be good to go.
Oh, you are
Thank you.
such a pointy ear. I don't think we need any of that. Let's just all fit inside the wagon, hide ourselves in blankets, go down there without the little halfling thing, the goblin guy, and they'll attack us, and then we'll be good. Everything will be fine. We don't need to waste all of our time hiding.
That is a very criminal plan, though.
But
No?
don't we need goats for them to steal the goats? Because they steal goats.
We do have a few.
Doesn't Beto have one he carries around?
But when they
Why,
need it,
why would we have goats? This exchange is to purchase goats.
yes.
Correct.
But Nimniel's plan was to get attacked by
But we don't want.
them.
Yes, but we're. Okay.
I don't think splitting up in too many different ways is wise. I think we need to
No,
have
yeah, definitely not. We should definitely try
we
and stick together
two groups
as
at,
much
at,
as
at
possible.
minimum, or at maximum.
One group, one wagon. The horse guy pulls the wagon. Hope can lay down inside the wagon with me in the flask, and then Beto can be the horse handler who drives the wagon, and the rest of us can all lay down in a blanket and pretend to not be there,
But I don't think.
making goat noises or whatever they're.
But I don't think that he would have an escort, though. That is the thing.
No, we don't need to go with the troll.
Yeah,
We just go
yeah,
2 hours south.
yeah. He wants to go without the guy who's got the in with the bad guys and not use him because he doesn't like him. I think our plan is better than his, even though his plan would work, but we don't know what they could be, what they have for a group. It could be everybody in their group, and we would get swarmed and killed. But if we go with our plan of going with the guy that they trust and not getting attacked as badly, or if at all, and then say we did the deal, and then at the end of the deal, we have the sneaky of the group of us follow them back to their base
Oh
with
boy.
that with friends in tow, then we know where they are, and then we can do something about it. Because right now we don't know where they are. We know approximately where they are, but we don't know exactly where they are.
We
So we
do
have
know
to
the
find that
exact
out.
meeting spot of where they will be.
Yes. So if we
Correct.
know where they're going to be, we can follow them back to their base if we are sneaky enough.
Yep.
Oh, we'll be sneaky. Hopefully, we'll be. Now that I say that out loud.
I will give you all a reminder. Last time you did find cart tracks headed south down the road that continued past that ambush spot where you fought last time. You were still
Yeah.
following the cart tracks south when Farcon went and peered in the building and took an arrow.
He used to be an adventurer.
Yep.
He just took an arrow to the knee.
Wait, how many hours were we out? Sorry.
Y'all were about 2 hours outside of the city.
So another 2 hours. So
Or another, like an hour. It was like 3 hours out.
yeah. What time of day is it right now when we all get back together?
I would say that it is probably about 11 or so in the morning now.
Okay. So if we I mean, we could do this today, or wait until the meeting time.
Well, yeah, they're not there right now. They set up tomorrow, or for tomorrow morning, before dawn.
Okay.
We know that.
Okay. So if
Our current plan is that Ellendir will head with his merchant friend, and the rest of us are trying to either pose as merchants and hopefully we get ambushed and they try to steal goats from us, or that
No.
we are heading out ahead of time and trying to spot them and follow afterward.
Close, but the merchants are buying the goats from the bandits. So there's no reason to have goats.
Correct,
Yeah.
but the bandits may be just stealing goats from others.
Yeah. Well, that's Nimnil's plan is to get ambushed by them, and then we preemptively ambush them back. We defend ourselves. But
All right. So I think the best idea we've had.
Plan B.
Best plan we've had. We're getting a cart, and we're going to pose as merchants. Some of us can hide on the cart. I think we should have probably 2 people max and match what we have going with Ellendir and his friend.
But that's the thing
Godric.
is, yeah, Godric.
Gordric.
That's the thing is, we right now we only know that Godric's got the inn. He's got the ties to the group. But what if we go as merchants and they don't know us? So we need to have someone like Ellendir being like, we're another group of people. He's getting introduced. So then later, possibly, if they get away, we can also come back and be like, okay, we're another group that wants to buy goats from you instead of just the one guy. We're getting introduced for another town that wants to buy goats from them. So we still got the merchant thing as a backup.
I've just gotten more confused.
Veto doesn't know if he's still suffering from the confusion spell or not.
So I can explain it. I can explain it better. I get what you're trying to say for Con. You're trying to. What you're saying is that one, Ellendir would go to the meeting area. He will meet with the goat bandits as well as aid our friend with the whole transaction. Yes.
Yes.
With that plan, I would like to suggest that one of either I would suggest Forcon to go with Ellendir on that one as well, if possible. If you can get him to go with you, Ellendir. That way you at least have
steed.
At least you can have some backup on that end. 2, when Ellendir do meet with them, he could suggest to them that there might be some other merchants that he might have contact with, since he is connected with the Undercity and places like that more than anything, he can suggest that there might be some other people that might want to buy such goods as well. And he can then set up well, a ambush on his own for them in the long run. Three, we, next time we go on, we meet with them and we, well, ambush them when we encounter them next time. Simple, not hard.
I see. So it takes 2 events. We're going to wait for
Well,
2 sessions.
Possible.
It's gonna take, yes, it's not
I
gonna,
do.
it's
I
not,
like this.
it's not gonna take one in order to get this all done because if we do it the way that Nimna wants, people will die. I'm just being flat out and honest here.
So let me understand
I agree with
something.
that.
I prefer that the merchant Gordrock does not get himself in trouble as well, and does not understand what's going on because he could fake ignorance of the whole situation and not know what's going on. Which I prefer that, and rather than a friend losing a parent.
So what's with the unconscious bunny?
Oh,
Are you
that's
not
just
gonna heal it?
that,
Looks
it,
hurt.
it, yeah. Oh, yes, yes. Uh,
Are you laughing at the rabbit? Oh, this is
No,
now
I'm
this is now
wondering why
time
there's
for
an
a joke.
unconscious rabbit.
Hope
There's an
is
unconscious
going
rabbit,
to,
and he's.
Hope is going to heal the rabbit for half of its hit points. TL.
So let me understand something. Then we are talking about doing this in 2 trips. Why don't we just trail them after the first trip?
Well,
I'm not
that's what we're
understanding.
hoping for.
Well,
But in
Oh,
case that doesn't happen, we have a backup plan
okay.
so
well,
Well,
that
I
the
figure I
reason
can
why
trail them, and if I lose sight of you guys, I can drop a ball bearing so you as like breadcrumbs, so you guys can follow my trail.
well, that's the problem, though. If they
What?
are, if they do have people along the trail and everything, and we're following behind you, they will set up they have a system that will most likely be like, oh, these people are coming after you as well, or they're coming behind you. Be aware. I don't want that system to be triggered. That's why I say I'd rather have just you and Forcon to go first. You set up a meeting with them for us. And then after you set up that meeting with us, with them, we'll be able to meet up with them next time and then ambush them ourselves. I do
Hmm.
not want us to have to deal with, again, um, one of our employees at work here losing a parent, which that could happen.
That would most
If I
certainly
if
be good.
if I do this in front of Gordrick will not be too pleased that
If
I'm
you say
undermining his
that,
business.
no, you're not undermining his business. You're basically saying that there are other merchants that might be very interested in their work as well. Just,
Saw the competition.
mm,
How
Would
about this?
everybody that wants to accept Nimnil roll me an insight check, please?
Because here's the thing: if we want to do this on a
Well,
second, we gotta wait 4 more days. Let's see here, I can't find my thing. Insight.
Yes.
23, baby.
Nice.
let's see.
Tell me all your secrets. Your mother's maiden name, please. Last 4 of social.
Don't you mean invisibility, please?
Y'all haven't gone anywhere to call for it. God damn it. All right,
I mean,
so
I can see straight into that kitchen. You know,
to
from here.
Ellendir and Farcon, not the rest of the party, but Ellendir and Farcon, at multiple times during this conversation, it has become apparent that you all have gotten Jasira's attention, and she is looking more and more comfortable as she attempts to feign ignorance and just do her job behind the bar.
Yeah, that's fair.
Anyway, please continue. I just what we needed to determine if anyone noticed that.
She's looking comfortable.
No, uncomfortable.
It's not like we're considering this whole thing about her dad.
I mean, Hope literally just mentioned the possibility of her dad dying multiple times.
I literally, a DM, don't you fucking dare try that with me. I literally
Ellen-
said I don't want her dying. Keep
Ellen,
dying.
dear.
Literally.
Yeah,
I had
know,
to punch
I know.
too.
I'm not saying
Don't you
you're
get mad?
saying that you're going to kill. I'm just saying that she has cause to be concerned about things she's overhearing.
So
I had
Ellen,
to punch
dear,
too, so you don't get to get mad.
I'm gonna go and order another grog from the bar,
I'm going to do the same.
oblivious to the state of Jasira.
She will.
Apparently,
She will get both of you your grogs.
Ellen, dear,
Can I
will speak a
roll?
little. I'm sorry, go ahead, Gat. I apologize.
I was just gonna say, can I roll to notice because I'm interacting with her now?
No, you already. We already did that.
Okay.
So you don't get a second one. I'm sorry, sir.
I am going to sigh deeply
Next time, just spit on your dice.
and just settle back in the chair and settle back on the stool and say to the group, so what do you all vote for then?
Whatever keeps, and I'm gonna say this a little loud to ensure she hears. Whatever keeps Gordrick in his business the safest.
True.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, are we gonna do this? Like, how long do we have before? Because what are we gonna do while we're waiting? Because I mean, we got quite a few
Whole day.
hours to. Yeah, we got quite a few hours to sit here and twiddle our thumbs, or we can.
Well, you can go
Find
spar at the
something to
Hall of
do.
Justice.
Well, that was my plan. Figure out is to. That's why I was asking to see if we're just gonna sit around all day and wait, or can we go do stuff?
I have some liver to buy myself.
Yes,
I need to get some training. These old bones aren't as.
These old bones.
I think
I would suggest that
someone
you
needs to go
all-
These
procure
old muscles
a.
aren't as nice as they were a few days ago.
Someone needs to go buy a wagon,
I
or
would
go
suggest
see if the Hall of Justice has one. Or do we not, as Ions and the Seneschal's fixers, do we not have resources? Do we not have any sort of clout that we can?
I don't think
Get
we've ever
things
once
that we
asked to
need?
do that.
I'm sorry. Can you repeat yourself?
I don't think we've ever once asked for any resources.
All right, well,
That'd be
maybe our
something
leader can
Someone,
go
someone
hunt
can
down
go
that
do.
Ion.
so.
Well-
What I do want to know is, what do you all wish to do then? Are you trying to go for the wagon thing, or are we just trying to wait for you to meet up with them first, and then we meet them afterward?
I thought Plan A was for me to trail them, and there was a Plan B, but I don't plan to fail, so Plan B won't be needed.
Okay.
I don't know what. My understanding was there was a Plan A and Plan B.
So for the first thing, I prefer you meet them with Godric.
And then I tried to set up set up a second meeting for the 13th day of the month. Then afterwards, because we'll have to wait 4 more days to meet with them again.
That is fine. Are we in a rush to get this done?
Every day is a different day that another goat farmer gets robbed.
Or someone else dies.
I'm okay.
Who knows if they're getting roughed up and mugged.
I'm okay with a few more days if it means the safety of our team and those along with us, including Gordrick.
What have we done that's ever been safe?
Sorry?
It's kind of our job.
Nimno's over here catching me on fire. What have we ever done that's safe?
Well, thankfully.
We do have a Nimno that's keeping.
Beto's really good at saving.
Is he?
Yeah, he is.
I mean, we do have time to kind of iron out this plan.
Well, first step then is you tomorrow will meet up with the goat bandit and we'll try to set up a meeting for us.
You all do notice as you continue to converse that Jasira has shared some words with Sandrine and then excused herself and left the beached Leviathan.
Yeah, crap.
Yeah, she's gonna go express this to her father, probably.
Yep. You want to go follow her?
Well, do any of us see this?
I mean, you would all definitely see her leaving, since you're at
But
the
do we
bar
put
there.
2 and 2 together?
Well, I don't.
Everybody but Nimno.
Yeah, but, like, do we understand why
Well,
she left?
At least Farkon and Elendil would.
Yeah, we both do, because we kind of saw her get uncomfortable. So that's why we said that, because we think that she's going to go talk to her dad. Because she was very uncomfortable with us talking about this and possibly getting her dad killed.
I understand that. Also,
knowledge
just seeing
about-
her leave would suggest the same thing.
Beto has
That's
some
all.
knowledge about Goblin Lord.
Elendil will follow Jasira out.
I don't think that would be a good thing to do. Actually,
Oh.
no, you're the road. Actually.
So Elendir's following Jasira out of the bar and everybody else is continuing to chill in the beach Leviathan. Is that what's happening?
Yeah.
Gad sees Elendil leave
I'm going
and
with Elendil.
Farkon leave and now understands what is happening.
Well, you all see
They're leaving.
Jasira working her way down the docks. She heads for the corner at the turn for the stables where her father sometimes frequents. He is no longer there. The cart has moved on. She looks around for a moment and then takes that turn and continues down the street out of sight.
Elendil will begin to pursue her at a hefty jog, if not a slight run, in order to close the distance. And if he does catch sight of her, he will, in halfling, call out to her.
So at your pace, you
follow.
do catch up, and when you call out, she turns around. She looks a bit startled to be followed by you, though she is rather fond of Elendil. She knows him the best of the party so far, I would say.
I touched you in the face almost.
Elendil, why are you following me?
I noticed that you appear to be a little upset. Is everything all right? I've not seen
No,
you
it's
leave
not
your
all
shift
right.
before.
You all are talking about getting my dad fucking killed.
We're not going to get him killed.
Elendil's going to shake his head, and he's going to continue talking to her, and he's going to say, "Listen, your father's in dealings right now, possibly with some dangerous people."
Well, I've gathered that from everything I hear you all talking about at the Leviathan.
Now, listen. If things go south for him when we're not there, he could get hurt if we
They aren't going to go
You
south
rat-
for him. He's not going to be there.
no. And when these folks find out that their cash cow is no longer coming out to the fields, what do you think they're going to do?
Just sell to other people and assume he got a better price somewhere else, like he always does.
Possibly, or what are the chances are they're going to come find him?
Why would they come find him?
I don't know. People do weird things, but listen, if you
That's
tell your
not
father
bad.
what's going on, your father's a smart businessman. He knows what the good price is. He's gonna tell me he won't want to still go get that good price.
You still
Tell me he
talking
won't want to
to
go get that.
myself?
If I tell Dad
No,
to stop, he's going to stop. I'm making good money at the Leviathan.
This is true, but imagine all the other people that we can help here. I won't let your father get hurt.
Persuasion
Sam.
check.
Shut up.
Whenever the DM calls
I'm
for
not
it.
there.
I mean,
my persuasion sucks.
would you like to roll a persuasion check?
Not really, because I'm going to get a +4 on it.
Well, you're not convincing her at the moment, so it's up to you.
Expect
What
you
about
to
the
jump
stuff
up and
like that?
murder your ass.
Who's getting murdered? What's happening now?
I'm gonna murder you.
Why?
That's
Yeah,
getting
see-
murdered, goddammit.
Yes.
Yeah,
See, that's why I don't want to do that.
You guys are sitting at the bar discussing the plan
I
in
don't
front
wanna
of Jasira, who's the daughter of the guy that you're going to send. Of course, she
Dude,
is going to
you
pick up
literally
on it.
You literally heard Hope say that she prefers that no one actually dies from this
Right,
whole situation.
right.
But
Don't you
I
see
think you
that-
misunderstand. Jasira does not believe that any of you want her father to die. She simply has become painfully aware that his business dealings are with shadier
He's
and
in
more
deep
dangerous
shit.
people than she thought previously, and that he is in a very dangerous situation, and she does not want him to be in it. She's not worried about you. She's not like don't misunderstand what's happening there. There is no ill will between Jasira and Hope, but she also doesn't want her dad to be in a bad situation. Now, where were we? Were we rolling a persuasion check? What is happening here?
I did, and didn't do too good.
I don't see it anywhere.
Yeah,
Well, good. You don't gotta look at then. It didn't come to you?
There's no.
No,
There's no.
But that's okay. If you tell me it failed, it failed. That's fine.
It was an 11.
I see. Jasira will pause for a moment and look at you and be like, Alan dear, I need to go warn my father. I do not want him participating.
Do you mind if I come with you?
too.
Yeah, I do mind.
Very well.
She turns and carries on down the street.
Oh, we're burning
Oh,
all of our
alright.
bridges today, aren't we?
God damn it.
Ellender's gonna look at Farcon. He's gonna say, "Listen, we can still do this with our own wagon and our own cart. We don't need Gordrick. If he doesn't show up, the bandits will want to sell. Well,
But he was the inn. He was our. Because I don't think they're gonna like a bunch of random people showing up at a location where they're supposed to meet someone else. I don't think they're gonna like that very much.
Somehow.
Do you have anybody that's can talk? Do you have any good talkers? That's
Fiddle's a
not
good
Nimnil?
talker. Fiddle's very
Nah.
persuasive.
Stupid phone.
You're not here, so shush. So I mean, we could, but I mean, we'd have to go talk to him and ask him if he could write us a recommendation, saying that he couldn't make it.
They're bandits.
Bandits can't-
Do they?
Yeah,
yes.
but I mean, if he doesn't know that, he could just write them being like, "Here are people that I trust," because he's got trust with them, and we don't. So if we have, say, a letter of recommendation saying these guys are trustful, and then we kind of break it and take them all down, hopefully.
I think they're bandits. I don't think they care who they sell to.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'd rather have some kind of.
Yeah, I mean, if that's, I mean, if you want to try that, I won't squash that.
Do you know where they live? Because I don't. Because she just scared off.
No, I doubt she went home. She probably either went to the market where we saw him. I believe we saw him. Yeah, saw him. Did we see him at the market one time?
Yeah.
I think you guys have different people have seen him 3 or 4 different places total. But yeah, the
Yeah.
market is a location.
I thought I remember seeing him there. I think I've noticed him at the docks. I noticed him at the market. She might be heading that way. I mean, I could try and just track her as well and figure out where she went. But if you want to go talk to Gordrick, I don't think it'd be too difficult to find him.
And I just think it's an idea. Because if she doesn't want him to go, and we find a way to go in his place.
And she didn't want us following her though.
Yeah.
I don't want to piss off the Beach Leviathan's workers.
Yeah, good. Yeah, that's smart. You're staying there, so.
What do you think, Farcon? What's the move? Do we go back and plan B and get our own goat cart?
Yeah, I think we need to go talk to him later, because if it's gonna be a day before if it's gonna be like 12 hours plus, I think we should wait, talk to him later when he's not in a huff, or see what's going on later. Like, give him a couple hours to talk it out, figure it out, and then maybe go find him later to see what's happening. If he still wants to go, or if he's like no. But I wouldn't say go now. I'd say give it a couple hours, let him figure it out. If he comes back to work,
as long as we can find him in a few hours. Right now we know his card is out.
Yeah.
I don't know how long what time he goes back home and does his butchering. We can wait. Let's wait an hour.
Yeah.
And assume that he's not at the dock anymore because man, that bastard moves fast.
Yeah.
I thought he'd be here a little
Yeah,
longer.
we can also tell if she comes back to work or not, because she still has more work to do.
Well, let's go report what happened to the rest of everybody. Get them involved.
So you two head back to the Beach Leviathan. Your party's still all seated at the bar there, drinking and eating, and Nemnil not coming out of his flask, or not allowed to, whatever's happening there.
Oh, Veta wandered away.
Oh.
There was nothing productive going on with the conversation, and every suggestion was met with complete refusal. So he's just waiting over here and we'll just decide to party.
So when you all return, you see Gad and Hope sitting at the bar, and Nimnil at a table across the Leviathan by himself, pouting.
You mean Veta?
Yes.
Veto's is making up with Stu right now. So
He's pouting. He's having a pity party with his bunny.
I would say to the two that comes back, is everything okay?
Well, we pissed off Jessira. She is going to ensure that Gordrick does not go to that meeting tomorrow. He's going to have to source his food elsewhere.
We think. Don't know yet. We think.
No.
We don't know what's happening yet. We're gonna give it an hour, and then go see what's up. Or if she comes back sooner, we will see.
I have a suggestion.
And why is Veto pouting over in the corner?
Veto is not pouting.
It looks like he's pouting from here.
Get better eyesight, old man.
Oh.
He
Got
is
'em.
older. Nimnil, how we doing in that flask, buddy?
Nimno hears everything that everybody's saying and remains quiet, knowing that he had the greatest idea of all.
All right.
That put
Hope you
nobody in.
hope you had something to contribute or ask there.
It's going to say, my suggestion to you then is to continue with the plan then. She might think that she can convince him, but he might not want to stop.
I can be at the
I-
gates extra early and see if I can run into him as he leaves the south gate. And if I see him early, at an appropriate time, I can walk with him. Otherwise, maybe we pull our wagon, and I'll meet with, or whoever feels like they have the best negotiating skills can meet with them. But I think
two people should go to meet.
a transaction is going to happen in order to keep their guard down.
Yes. We're definitely going to have to act as merchants. If Gordrick doesn't go tomorrow, then we need to take his place. It doesn't matter if he's not showing up and we show up a little late. They'll be a bit antsy. But if we just explain that Gordrick told us about the meeting point and that he was no longer going to be in the market and that his daughter convinced him to stop selling or stop coming, then I think we can smooth it over with them and we'll be fine.
I don't think we should inform them that his daughter told her to stop coming. He just found a better deal, more or less.
Or business
Well,
was
yes,
slow
we
for
wouldn't
him.
tell them that, but
Yes. Okay then.
We can make a purchase and sell it to
yeah, we can get in good terms with them and use that to our advantage later.
Well, if we meet with them and we don't buy it, and we try trailing them, I mean that's just one suspicion after another. If we let them believe that it's business as usual, when they leave, hopefully, their guard will be down.
Exactly. So we get in good faith with them. We do a transaction. We'll buy a goat or two. I'm not sure if one of us would follow the first, but I feel like the people doing the transaction should not be the ones that follow them.
No.
All right, that's fair.
Hey, Boris, is his cart, is it a push cart or is it a cart that's pulled by something?
Gordrick's cart is like a hand push cart. It is it's basically a mobile market stall.
Okay.
In fact, I would say that the average amongst you with any basic knowledge of things would not think that he would be taking that outside the city to make a goat purchase with.
Yeah, that's why I was asking, because if it was like a small cart that was pulled by like a mule or something that's not overly big, I would say we could pull something off with that, but yeah, I definitely think we should try and get a hold of them to see what kind of things we should know about them. Like, we definitely need to talk to them about this, just in case.
I would just like to clarify, are you implying that he would have a secondary cart that he would take outside the city?
That's what I'm thinking. It's either that or he's walking the goats back.
That was a DM question.
You want me to tell you what Gordrick does?
That's why I think that's.
You could just strap the cart to park on and call it good.
That was Nimno's idea.
So, what are we
Well-
doing, party? Are we trying to procure a cart? Are we gonna head out and stake out the place ahead of time before the day is gone? What is our there's been a lot of talk of plans.
Yes.
I think
But
we're
what
still
are
on
we
the planning
doing?
stage.
I think we need to know what Gordrick's going to do tomorrow morning, and so we need to go and talk to him.
After an hour.
Meadows
right.
just says
Or,
whatever the party leader decides that we should do, and get it, and just go ahead and do it, and be on with it.
All right. Then we'll
We're
wait
getting a
the
lot
hour.
of
and
background
then-
noise from you there, Ellender.
Yeah, a lot of ASMR.
Sorry, I got
You're
hungry.
I can tell. All right, so you all wait the hour, and then what? Now it is roughly, I'm going to say about 12:30 in the afternoon.
All right.
I should
I'll
go
say,
back to the bar.
yeah, she doesn't come back at all.
Ysira has not returned.
Okay. And
Well,
who else is working at the bar?
Sandrine.
Sandria.
Sandrine.
I'm gonna go over to Sandrian and ask why she left. And if she's coming back.
Well, she just said there was some family business to see to. I don't know when she'd be back. It's not that busy this afternoon, so it's not a problem for me.
Okay. Thank you.
Oh,
And I
is going
toss her
to-
4 silver. Or not 4 silver, 4 copper.
She'll give you a smile and a nod. What's that, Hope?
Hope is going to go and talk with Moxie for the rest of the day.
All right, Hope will head up to her room to speak with Mafi. Before Hope makes it to the room, she finds Mafi kind of making the rounds on that floor, room to room, doing some cleaning, basically serving as a maid on the quarters deck.
She'll walk with her and chat with her as she works.
Awesome. And what are we doing there, Gad?
Ellender, are you okay to talk? I know you were eating
You better share those ships,
and are
bro.
not muted.
Oh, my chips are
Jesus.
gone. I ate them before.
Yes, I'm good to talk.
All right. So I'll turn to Ellendir and say, I'm not sure if we should wait much longer. I'm not sure if Gordrick's out for most of the day.
Well, yeah, that's my thinking. I want to go see if I can find him.
All right.
I
You mind if I
will-
tag along?
I
Me
don't care who tags along. Yeah, I have to buy some liver. I was told it was the best sautéed liver.
That is true.
So
All right. Well, let's get a move on then, and we'll come and report to these guys later.
all right.
Sounds
I'll
good.
hop off my stool and start walking out.
Nimnil,
Excuse me.
We'll be back.
Yes, still in the flash.
hi Nimnil.
Oh,
Would you like to be out at a task again?
That depends
On
what we're doing.
right now, everyone is relaxing. Would you
Uh-huh,
like to be out on
uh-huh.
task?
In other words, you don't want to take your good old boy Nimnil into the room because he might wake you up, huh?
I
Nimnil, you have heard Hope conversing with someone that you do not know.
did not say such. I would think that you're assuming things.
Trying to get some alone time with your compadre.
would just open up the flask. You can escape from the flask, and then I'll follow.
I will leave when I want to leave.
Oh, well, we'll
Seeing
call
that
you
the
to
flask has
father
been
again.
pulled out again, Veto
You're
is looking a little bit thirsty.
not there.
Well, she's upstairs.
Oh.
Yeah, they're
You're not in the
upstairs.
same area.
Sorry,
bad.
buddy.
Veto just has an otherworldly sense of knowing when that flask is open and just has a thirst.
She is going to say, "You don't want to come out now, then."
I feel like you still owe me an apology.
I gave you an apology.
It was fake. We both know it.
It was not fake. It was being honest to you. Do you
I don't
wish
know.
No, I'm trying to understand you and truly make things be better for you in the long run. Why are you making my life and everyone's lives around you difficult?
Says the one holding the flask, not to the one in the flask.
But I'm
How long has it
willing.
been since Nimnil's eaten food?
I have been willing to let you out of the flask. You're the one that's wanting to stay in. Yes.
I
Have I
mean,
not
it's
asked you several
it's
times that you want to come out of the flask?
it's not
Have I
bad in
not?
here.
Have I not several times?
We don't have
been
any
trying to
food.
be polite, at least, to you? Or do you feel I've
Nimnil
been mean?
Nimnil takes a moment to consider his options and can only think about the delicious goat meat that he could have if he got out.
Oh,
Alcohol.
And Nimnil allows himself to come out of the flask, appearing at the side of Hope's conversational friend.
So as you come out of the flask, you realize that Hope is walking alongside of and talking with a young human girl, probably about 11 or 12 years of age, who is cleaning that upper floor of the beached Leviathan. And as you take that in for a moment, we jump to the other guys who are leaving the beached Leviathan, and as they make their way down the docks, they will see Jasira returning to work.
nice.
How did it
Uh,
go?
She kind of gives you a look as she's returning and says, went fine. I'm glad to know more about what's going on thanks to you all. Dad took the rest of the day off. He's headed to meet some old farmers to the northeast that have a good goat stock.
Oh no.
Okay.
uh,
I go.
Well,
to the northeast, huh? Boris,
Yeah,
which
there's
way
some-
is the forest?
south.
Your forest, your people's forest,
Yes.
northeast.
Okay, so it would be along the path that I would frequent if I was visiting and going to and from the city.
I mean, realistically, on the outskirts of the city in all directions, there's going to be agriculture. But yes, that is roughly the direction of your people.
All right. So, will he be coming tomorrow morning?
Coming back to town to work. What are you or going to meet the
Hey,
The what?
What's going on? How you doing?
the salesman to the south?
We
He's
had
he's
a
done. He's done
absolute
with that thought.
snooze fest in
I see.
spring today. Whole lot
Do
of
you know if
talking,
your father
not a
would
whole lot of
perhaps
action.
lend us a cart that we could use in his place to meet them?
What kind of cart? He doesn't take a cart when he goes to buy goats. He just walks them.
You know, that is actually hilarious. We always thought we needed the cart, and then that. Yep, out of character. That's hilarious.
Yep.
I see. Well, we'll just have to do it without him then. Thank you for your time, Jasira.
Thank y'all for the information. She'll make her way back inside to get to work.
So are we still gonna go talk to him?
Gordrick?
Yes.
Well, I
Probably
think
should.
we probably should, because if he just swapped from buying from the bandits to buying from these other fellas, and they have a lot of goats, he can be sure that the bandits will making a stop by. So, I think we should just scout him out and make sure that he returns back to the city safe.
Sounds like a good idea.
So y'all are just
Mm.
going to head
You think
in a
it-
rough direction northeast of the city in hopes of finding where Gordrick has gone to meet some farmers he knows?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Okay.
You know, if the bandits find out that he randomly disappears, you know, what I mean, I don't know. That's I think they'd be more pissed that they're not making a sale than they are. You know, some different people showing up. I think they'd be probably more appreciative. You know, that more people. We could always tell them that we're there in place of their usual buyer. We could, you know, as much as we can to not raise alarm and change their routine.
That's why I think we need to go talk to him just to see what.
Talk to them before tomorrow.
Yeah, just so we know if there's any like specific way he does it, because I mean these guys are bandits.
I
So
think
there might
they might have like
there
a
might be
routine.
there might be like some kind of routine that he has to do to get their
Sure.
attention. So it's not just some, because I mean it's on a random hill or random field that anybody could go to. So I mean there's got to be some kind of communication.
I think they just
I
set
mean-
up I think they just set up a cart on that wagon and they sell to whoever walks by. First, I mean,
you guys
that's my
were
understanding.
scouting in that area last. Even the local farmers knew about them setting up south on that hill.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we for sure will make contact with them tomorrow and pose as merchants. But for tonight, we should still talk to Gordrick.
Yeah.
He might not be in trouble yet. They won't know that he's swapped clientele until he doesn't show tomorrow. So I think for now, he remains
Ellinger's
safe.
going to interrupt
but-
real quick, speaking in Elven, and say, should we really continue this in front of Jazeera?
He already left and headed back towards the
He already,
Leviathan.
Oh.
he's already in.
Okay.
He already went back into the building. Are you not paying attention?
Oh, I thought we were in the building. Sorry.
No, we were outside.
Oh yeah, yeah.
At the same time,
I'm probably not.
He's mentally teleporting all over the place right now.
Yeah.
I'm pouting in the corner. I guess I don't know.
What's happening in the at the bar there, Veto? Or are you with them?
I don't even know where Veto is.
Well,
I
what
think
were
you
you
were at
going
the
to
bar.
say, sir?
I don't even know what I was going to say. Please continue.
What do you?
Veto's
What do you
chilling
wanna
at the
say?
bar with his bunny. Okay, so what are we headed for the North Gate, guys? What's going on?
Well, I think it's still the same day. Gordrick's heading out to Northgate tomorrow, is he not?
No,
No,
Jasira told him that he had already called it a day and left the city before she headed back to the Leviathan. He's already left town.
Yeah, he's already out
he
there.
already went. Yeah. So we should head to the gate and see if we can
Yes.
either catch up to him or
I think we
Yeah.
should just wait at the gate for him to return, because we know he's going to be coming back into the city, and we'll catch him at that choke point instead of
That's a good
venturing
idea.
out and not possibly knowing where he went. We're not likely to find him.
I like it.
So the three of you
All
are
right.
going to go post up at the North Gate for the remainder of the day.
Yep.
Okay. Veto, you're just chilling
Or the north. Is there
with
a
your
northeast
bunny?
gate?
There is not a northeast gate.
Okay, so yes, the north gate.
Veto, we're
Yeah,
just
I
chilling with.
guess. To be honest, with everything that's going on, I am completely lost where this idea is from.
Well, wherever you are, you have an unconscious bunny with you.
It's no, it's been
No,
healed.
no. Hope healed it.
Oh, okay.
I guess I'll put the bunny in my room with food that I left. Yeah, trash. I don't
Probably
know.
go buy some bunny foods or some carrots and veggies.
Yeah, let's do it.
Well, if he's going up to his room, he would see them in the hall.
So you're headed up to your room?
Yeah.
You see Hope and Nimnil and a young human girl, in the hallway. The young human girl's cleaning and chatting with Hope, and Nimnil appears to be stretching, as though, once again, you missed the Nimnil emerging from the flask action, but Nimnil is standing there. So what's happening, Nimnil and Hope and Veto?
That'll just not gonna. Everything looks normal. They're not gonna stop and chat. So there's no point.
All
As
right.
Nimnil exits the flask, he notices that Beto is coming up the stairs with a bunny rabbit in his arms, and he looks a little bit confused, and then he looks to the kid, tosses her a copper, and says, "Tell everybody around here that Hope likes to keep benevolent genies in a flask." Then he heads to his room, where he will collapse onto the bed because he is quite clearly exhausted.
All right. Hope and or Veto, you also continued to your room?
Yeah, setting down spears that way I don't accidentally punch your face. Because apparently I'm the most dangerous thing to aim at.
Well, that was because of you. As you settled into your room, you do find that while the confusion you felt has passed, something in your core has been challenged. You had two surges of wild magic course over your lips and seep down your throat. And you felt the very core of your sorcerer bloodline fighting and at odds with the foundations of knowledge that you hold so dear in regard to your worldview. Hope,
It'll
how are we doing with Muffy there? Everyone else seems to have left and gone to bed.
Yeah, she'll talk with Muffy and say to her, I am curious about something. Have you heard of a group where, well, she'll say this in her room. Have you ever heard of a group called, like, the Goat Herding Bandits while you've been around town?
The goat herding bandits.
Yeah,
That seems pretty silly.
I would agree. But that's what they do, apparently.
I mean, there's been reports of some ruffians with goats about town, kind of preying on people on the outskirts, taking them prisoner or hostage, taking them back to some camp somewhere.
Hmm. Okay. I appreciate it, Muffy.
Yeah, Hope.
And she would give her 2 gold coins.
And Muffy will beam at you, just continuously shocked at Hope's generosity towards her.
And she would say to her, if you can find out information about, you can find information for me more information, at least, about those bandits or goat herding people. Like, what are their. Actually, no, that's too dangerous for you to give her a smile. I don't want you to get in trouble. I prefer you be safe.
I'll just keep working here.
Um, yeah. I was gonna go to sleep because she gave suggestions and everything, and yeah.
All right, so everybody calls it an early night except for our trio, posted up out at the North Gate all day. Time goes, and you see people coming and going from the city. Um, what are we doing hanging out at the North Gate there, lads?
Guards at these gates. I'm gonna ask when we get to the gates. I'm gonna ask the guards if they've seen our friend leave, or ask when he left, around what time he left.
Well, who's your friend, fella?
Gordrick.
Gordrick. I mean, is how many people live in this city? Who the fuck's Gordrick?
He's a gnome that sells goat meat, and I think he was coming out this way to buy more goats.
Gnome named Gordrick buying goats. I don't know what to tell you, fella.
It's okay. We're going to find out he's dead.
Alandir, do you know what he looks like, so you could describe him? Because I don't know what he looks like. All I know is his name. Alandir.
Well,
Alan
we
dear.
have. I don't know. He's a middle-aged, sturdy, stutty-looking halfling, often found with a broad smile and a mop of curly brown hair. And he wears well-worn a leather apron over simple clothes.
The guard kind of gives Farrakhan an eye as Gad speaks up. What you mixing up a halfling and a gnome just because they're short?
I'm not from around here. I don't know.
You don't.
Yeah,
you don't know.
He doesn't know the difference. He is a halfling, though, not a gnome.
Yes,
I did see a halfling that met that description. Sure, he said he was headed out to the Hogan ranch. It's a bit northeast, about a half day's journey. I wouldn't expect him back till midday tomorrow.
DM, how would I spell that so I can write it down?
Hogan?
Holgen.
Yeah, just make a note somewhere and tell me how you spelled it, and I'll put it in my notes.
Holgen.
Hulkmania?
Sounds good.
They said it's
Here, you want to buy a goat?
trip. So, do you guys want to just hoof it? Because I'm pretty sure I could get there faster. One of you guys want to take a ride?
By this point, it is a few hours into the afternoon. He did say it was a half day's journey, and that he figured that Gordrick would be back, midday the next day.
You said a half day's journey?
A half day's journey.
Was he on a mount or was he on foot?
He was riding a goat.
The fuck out
So slower than walking speed?
He looked like the goat could get a good trot on.
I'm pretty still sure I could beat him there.
Well, we don't need to beat him there. We might meet him on his way back. But
Yeah,
I think we should.
he's probably gonna
Hey,
stay
thank
there
you for
overnight.
the raid, Luna.
Listen,
Yeah, if it's a half day's journey, we
birthday
should
has
head on
gone
out.
well. Happy
What's
birthday.
that, Ellen Deer?
If he's going to be back, if the trip takes a half trip, a half a day to get back, we're going to miss the rendezvous tomorrow morning.
True.
Because it happens at the crack of dawn, 2 to 3 hours south of town.
You raise a fair point, Ellendeer. Well, we can assume he's safe because they don't know that he swapped clientele yet. I say that we just
I would say the D&D
go
is
for the
going
regular
well,
meeting
but
and
I don't want to lie.
head
It
back
has
to
been a
the
whole
Leviathan
lot
for
of
now.
talking and planning for something
Sounds
that we
like a
should
good
have just
idea.
been like, let's go and do this. But instead,
All right, so you guys are
we
headed
are
back to the
over
Leviathan.
planning this so
It's mid to
much.
late afternoon now, but the city is still bustling. And when you get back to the Leviathan, you see Sandrine and Jasira are still working the bar. It's the end of the day shift there, and the rest of your party is nowhere to be found.
I'm guessing I go over to either of the two, and like I'm guessing everyone else went upstairs.
Yeah, everybody turned in, I think.
Okay.
Ooh, yeah, that's a man's voice.
It really was, wasn't it? Apologies.
So what time of day is it now?
Y'all are making me juggle a lot more characters than usual today. Let's go with about 4 p.m. Yeah.
Okay. So, if they went up to bed, I'm gonna go to get some training in, and then probably like a couple hours, probably like 2 or 3 hours,
All
and then
right. So
come back.
Farcon's gonna head over to the Hall of Justice to see if he can get a little sparring in. Farcon, please award yourself heroic inspiration if you do not already have it on your character sheet for your
I
continued
haven't
efforts
used
to
mine yet.
go in. Okay, good. Well, then it's just still there because I don't let that get traded. I don't care what the rules say. It's garbage. Um, uh, everybody else, Gad, Ellendeer, you guys headed to bed as well. What's the plan?
I feel like I woke up in the morning just fine, so I haven't been awake too long to feel the need to go to bed.
Right.
Early to bed,
Um,
early to rise.
that's what I'm saying. Um, but I
I
also
went
don't need to
training.
sleep that long. So,
Exactly. Monk power.
uh, I have been wanting to visit the Temple of Saloon. So if we have some downtime, I think I might head over that way.
All right, you're gonna head to the Temple of Saloon this afternoon / evening. Um, Ellendeer, what
I'll
are
do
we
that in a
doing?
little bit. I'm going to stay at the Leviathan for an hour or two.
Okay.
Oh, dear,
Wait
we'll
for
keep
nighttime.
that company for the hour.
All right. What are we formulating a plan? Are we gonna wake up the party members and rouse the old patrol group at an early morning hour to set out? What are we doing there?
I think around the fourth toll of the morning, we get there around the sixth or seventh toll of the toll. Listen to me, seventh day, hour of the day.
Hmm. Well, I believe they do most of their business pre-dawn. Um, so I think it was
What's
2 hours out, and
mhm.
so we need to be up by, I would say,
what
2 or 3 in the morning.
what time is sunrise out here?
Sorry?
What was that? I didn't catch it.
When is sunrise out this way?
Let's go with 6:30.
Yeah, so
6:30
let's rise.
sunrise.
Yeah, let's rise at 2 to 3. We'll get up at 2, make sure everyone's up by 3,
Sure.
and then head out from there.
So as an hour or two go by and you guys chat and hang around the bar there, you will see shift change start to happen. The captain will come down, and Drella will arrive. Fang takes his position at the door. You see Willow saunter in, to take her position behind the bar, and Jasira and Sandrine take the night off. Farcon is shortly behind them, returning.
That was a
Uh,
workout. That new guy freaking hit me nice. Got a good shot in today. I have to give him a good one next time I see him because whoo, still feeling it.
Well, don't tire yourself out too much, Barkon. We got work to do tomorrow.
I know. Well, I'm gonna go up and meditate.
Sounds like a plan.
But
So
I
far,
need to get some alcohol first, and then I'm going to go meditate.
Now that sounds like a plan. And then I'll turn. Who's at the counter?
Andrella has taken up a place near you all. She's happy to see you guys. Since your promotion, she hasn't run across you quite as much as you haven't been doing the night patrols.
We'll take 2 rum, please.
She smiles and gives you a nod and hands slides 2 rum across the bar as she pours them up.
And
I'll take one
veggie
and
stew because
hand
I
one to
am
Barkon.
really hungry.
And she'll nod and head for the kitchen to fetch that veggie stew.
Stew,
Stew.
stew.
So she'll come back with the veggie stew as well as you two, toast your rum there to kick back. Alandir, how we doing, buddy?
Wonderful, borderline spectacular.
All right. Gad, are we still headed out on the town tonight, or are we going to get some meditation in and such? Given rousing the party at 3 a.m.
What is the current time?
It's about 6:30. Headed for 7 now.
And meditation is 4 or 6 hours?
I believe your meditation requirement is 4 hours.
All right, so I'm gonna move it to. I can still head out.
Yeah,
I'm gonna head out for the temple now that it's night. Or
I'm gonna
approaching night.
follow him because I haven't been to a temple in a long time.
All right.
Are you like tailing me?
Yes,
Okay. Just making sure.
You
I'm gonna
guys,
do it sneakily. Do it as quiet as I can, just because I want to roll a stealth roll. I want to see what I get.
all right. Just a moment. You guys are just refusing to let us make any progress tonight.
Who says we're not making progress?
I say.
17. Yay.
We're keeping
17.
everyone alive by prolonging it.
by not fighting
Definitely
at
no
all.
progress.
I feel we make actually way more progress in this session than any other session. So I actually disagree with that statement.
No, we did a lot of combat. That
All right,
one
you beat
session.
my passive perception this time, Barkon.
But I definitely want you to see me, but I don't want other people to hear me because I'm a centaur and I have hooves and I have metal on my hooves, so I'm loud.
Hooves. Let's see. Where's our map?
Oh, the back. I forgot about this.
You are headed back towards the North Gate as you leave the beached Leviathan, and you're headed
Where
up
is the map?
here on Albert.
No, I know that. I'm just saying I lost the tab. All right, here we go.
Oh,
All right,
hey,
we're good.
also middle ray coming.
All right. So you guys are headed
Sorry, guys.
towards the North Gate. This tower here on the map, that point of interest
Thank you
number
guys for
10,
the ray.
that
Just sit
is
here
the
waiting
Shard of
for
the
them to-
Moon. The Shard of the Moon, formerly called the Shard of the Night, is a floating tower in the Tower District of Neverwinter. The tower has a storied journey through both the material plane and plane of shadow.
Get raided.
Gad has a rough familiarity. He's roughly a local. He has an idea about this and its history, part of the reason I'm sharing it. The tower began its existence as Moonshadow Hall over 1,000 miles away from Neverwinter in the city of Yon. In the late 14th century DR, The Shadowvar, dwellers of Shadowfell and one of the few remaining factions of Netherese, assaulted the temple and magically tore away one of its towers and sent it to the Shadowfell. The Shadowvar learned they were able to manifest the tower at arbitrary locations in the mortal realms and thus placed it strategically floating over Neverwinter during the Spell Plague. The Netherese could use a portal in the tower to transport between the Zelenal and Neverwinter. The tower was darkened black and cast no shadow in the day. This was actually because the temple was magically manipulated to absorb shadow. This shadow, in turn, powered the tower's teleportation devices. The ominous, foreboding tower looming overhead was largely avoided by all in Neverwinter, as any who ventured inside would never return. The history goes on a bit further. There's a lot of intrigue with orcs. There was a brief orc infestation of the place. But as far as we are concerned now, it is the Temple of Saloon and known as the Shard of the Moon. And let's see, both Farcon and Gad get POI cards. There we go, Farcon.
Because that was a lot of information.
Oh, all that information's not on your card. Sorry, but
Damn.
I can read you more later. Don't worry. I'll read you bedtime stories.
Yay!
I want it in the crazy man's voice, though.
The Larcoon. Larcoon has nothing to do with this place.
But I want my bedtime story in that voice.
If only Veto could get his hands on that flask again. You know.
I
So-
absolutely want to drink of that flask so bad.
About this Shard of the Moon, you said if people went in, then
Thank
they
you guys
wouldn't
for all the
come
follows,
back,
the
or
raid,
was
and
that just
everything.
when it was like in the spell plague?
That was
now
that was
it's
at that
helpful.
point in
Weird.
history. So I'll continue. In 1479 DR, adventurers raided the tower and allowed the priests of Saloon to return to the tower and perform a purification, restoring the tower to its alabaster white appearance. Now, at night, when 3 magical shards are placed within or below the floating tower, a stairwell of solid moonlight descends from the tower entrance. The priests of Saloon will allow only trusted visitors entrance into the tower. Those particularly trusted visitors that take a long rest in the tower will find that they receive an extra healing surge until the next long rest. So you guys arrive below the tower, and it's floating in the sky above you.
Is there anyone around that we can speak with? Or
You
is it
do
just like-
see a couple people that appear to be followers of Saloon in the area. It is a moonlit night that the moon is not full. Lucky for you.
Are they male, female? These people?
A couple females, elves, pointy ears.
Oh.
I will. So Gad is familiar with that, with the stair mechanic, and not like that he can't enter this place because I feel like
You
he
would
wouldn't
have
come here,
a vague familiarity about this place. The level of detail of that information, maybe you wouldn't have the fullest extent to, but you do have a fondness of this faith, so maybe you would have a good idea of all of that. Hope would probably know best. She is very local.
I see. I will approach one of the sisters. I'll say, "Hello there, sisters. I was wondering what one might have to do to commune with the priestess here."
What do you mean commune?
Well, over the past few nights, I've been plagued by uh, a dream, if you may, and the meaning of this dream, it's hard to convey. Um, Essentially, I was attacked by a horde of rats in the sewers of Neverwinter here, and my savior, was one who stepped out into shafts of moonlight, her hair rising as she seemingly
He's
absorbed
infected
the
with the
moonlight
thing.
and blasted these creatures off of me. And ever since then, I felt the need to commune more directly, and I'll reach in underneath my shirt and I'll take out a necklace. It has been described on my character sheet for a long time, but no one has inquired about it.
We have
It
been
is
so
a
close to
symbol
them
of
being
basically my clan, and on one side, and then on the other will be a symbol of saloon representation. And I will
so close to
say,
having
I'm
them
a
fall
devout
to
follower, and I feel
where
I
we're at.
must speak with her. And only through the priestess do I feel that this connection can be made.
And I'm just here to make sure he gets home safe.
I'll turn. Farkon,
Hi.
what are you doing here?
I just felt like following you. I wanted to check
Uh,
out this place.
I see.
So we have our warlock
And I'll turn back to the sisters.
and
Well, I
one of our
wasn't expecting,
monks
but this is my
as
friend. He
infected
will be okay
with
to
lycanthropy.
wait outside, however, and I'll turn back to Farkon.
Okay.
The priestess you've addressed will give you both an appraising look before she responds. You do not need to speak with one of the priestesses or worship in the shard to speak with Saloon. Simply look to, and she just motions to the sky, to the moon, which is known as Saloon in the night sky.
No, the rats absolutely jumped me. We walked in there, the
For some
rats
reason,
all
though,
swarmed on top of me.
I feel that you are correct, and I
The
feel
rest of the
she is
group was
always with
being
me.
absolute cowards and just standing.
But there
I
are
went in there and said, "No, let's take a look."
places where the connection is stronger, and you can acknowledge this. And I feel that I have been called
We
to
followed.
come to one of these locations.
We followed the were rat that killed.
If you wish to
Philip
enter
Goat.
the shard, and you wish to speak with Lady Jasmine, you will have to prove your worthiness. There are several ways you could do that. A demonstration of faith, the performance of a ritual, to aid her worshippers, to prove your alignment with our ideals, your opposition to the evils of lycanthropy. Perhaps a connection to different organizations in the city, some whisper of the Harpers, perhaps.
I did
There
not
are
bring.
many ways one might prove their worth.
I hear that
I
knowledge
did
does
not
have
attack them
power.
first. The first one to cast any sort of magic against any of those
It
rats in there
does.
was Nimno. He cast light on a rat and threw it down the stairs.
And also, subconsciously, when she mentions lycanthropy, Gad will rub his arm.
He'll give you another appraising look and just a affirmative nod.
Then they all milled around it.
So, out
The
of character,
entrance.
yeah, like, what would I have to do in this moment?
Embrace the lycanthropy in turn.
The exact opposite. Basically, I don't think you're getting in tonight. I don't know
No,
what ritual you would come
absolutely
up
did
with or
so.
perform on the spot. You have not forged a strong connection with an organization like the heart. You know, you basically there's a path forward, but it's not something you're going to be able to just throw together on the spot. But you
Gotcha.
do have an idea of a few different paths you might take to show Saloon's faithful that you are serious about gaining admittance to the Shard of the Moon.
So I'll respond. I'll say, this will not be hard for me. My people are devout followers of Saloon themselves, and so I see this as no issue. One of these rituals that you speak of, what may they be?
If your people are devout followers of Saloon, then you have probably participated in such rituals in your past. Moonlit prayers and offerings might demonstrate your dedication. The lighting of candles and giving of symbolic gifts of silver or moonstone. That is up to you.
I see. And do I have to perform this with one of the sisters here for them to be present? Because, as you stated, these are rituals I've done in the past.
I should think so, yes.
So, should we set a time? No. uh, and when should I come to do one of these rituals?
Whenever you like. Anytime the moon is out, so are we.
Would you care to do one tonight?
You're prepared already?
I have offerings of silver, and I would like to bask in the moonlight and perform uh, meditative sessions.
Very
I'm going
well.
to perform my long rest in the moon.
Very well. She motions to the other priestess and steps back, kind of clearing a space for you to work.
All right. I'll turn to Farkon and I'll say, this will take a significant portion of the night. I'm not sure if you would like to wait here or return back, but you can tell the others that I will be well rested by the time I return, and I'll be back by 2 in the morning.
I'm good waiting here with you. I can meditate anywhere, really. Are there any like trees I could like go sit under that are close by, within visual range of?
Not really. I mean, you're in the middle of the city beneath the floating shard. I don't know about a tree to sit under, but I'm sure you can find somewhere comfortable to post up.
Yeah,
All
I'll
right,
find
then.
somewhere within visual range where I can see him, make sure nothing funky happens, and then I will sit there and meditate as well.
I will find a spot where shafts of moonlight are coming through and sit on the ground so I'm half exposed and half in shadow.
All right. As you begin that, back at the beach Leviathan, Veto, are you still awake with us, sir?
Yep. That
Veto,
is. What's up? Please
you
continue.
have fallen into a peaceful slumber with your bunny.
She was being a very good boy.
So as you have fallen into this peaceful slumber with Stu, your mind drifts to dream, and there's a mist that swirls around you, where a small and scruffy goat stands atop a craggy hill,
Billy.
its strange rectangle eyes glinting with uncanny intelligence. When it
It
speaks,
is
its
Billy.
voice when it speaks, its voice is silky yet tinged with a teasing undertone. Ah, Veto Nullrune, seeker of truths unseen and denier of the obvious. Do you truly think the tapestry of the world is so easily unraveled? The goat tilts its head, pawing the ground platefully with its hooves. Tell me, if magic is but smoke and mirrors, who then holds the mirror? Wouldn't you like to see what lies on the other side? The goat steps closer, the mist curling around its hooves like an eager servant. Follow the path that you've started, little skeptic. Build your sanctuary of reason, and together we'll strip away the illusions that bind this world. With an enigmatic chuckle, the goat vanishes into the mist, leaving behind only a faint whiff of lavender and the sound of distant laughter.
Vettel runs towards him, screaming, "Billy! No! Come back, Billy!"
And let's see. We have about 10 minutes left on the schedule for tonight's session, though we've kind of been all over the place tonight. I don't know if there's anything specific that needs to be addressed as as Veto lays in bed longing for more Billy. I think
People
everybody
in
else
the
is.
Leviathan hear him yelling Billy.
Billy!
Billy!
No!
I'm going to
Kill
say he's
Blair.
probably yelled out Billy in his sleep. He certainly startled Stu and woke him up. That poor bunny. That poor bunny. So I guess if there's no other business to attend to imminently, we will call the session there. In terms of our role play and in character action, as I believe
Okay.
everyone except Farcon and Gad are in bed, and Gad's about to perform a Selûnite ritual. What's up there, Ellender?
No, I'm just saying okay.
All right. Anybody anybody want to rap about tonight's session since we have a few minutes left on the clock here? Are we good? What's happening?
I'm tired, bro. I'm gonna pop off here if we're done.
That's
Sorry.
fine. We no, you're good, man. It was a
Nighty
slow
night,
one.
Ellen dear.
Yeah, have a good night, brother.
Not bro.
Good session today,
Make it back.
Mr. DM.
I
Sure. I
enjoyed it.
mean, the hours I spent preparing,
We'll get to it.
Completely
We'll get
wasted.
to
we're
it.
yeah. So the good news is the next like 3 sessions, or should I say 5? How long is it going to take you guys to tackle that fucking content? But yeah, I don't have to prep for that anymore. It's all prepared. But yeah, this whatever the hell just happened, you know, but it's good. It was fun. It was fun. I hope you all enjoyed yourselves, making me improv and get my voices mixed up here and there.
It
Mm.
felt like everybody in the group was under confusion spell.
It did feel that way at times, didn't it? That wild magic surge be powerful, bro.
Yeah,
It was so powerful that we spent the entire time talking about what we should do instead of saying, "This is what we're gonna do."
Right.
Bro, last session, I planned what in my head as DM prepping that I thought was going to happen was you guys were going to find the hill where the bandits set up their cart and sell goats, and y'all were going to do like a little stakeout and camp in the woods and wait. Did that happen? No. Did y'all go back there today? No. Did like
Was it suggested
just
by multiple of us? Yes.
yes. It's just
The
amusing.
one person
you
who
know?
needs to make the choice on it? No.
That is not true. I said I wanted to go and stake out, and you motherfuckers were saying that we should all stick together as one. And then Boris saying that we
No.
should all watch where we step. I'm like, fair enough.
We need to
At
get
the
to day
beginning
10
of the session,
before...
I said that you all should watch where you step. Like, as in, well, I don't want to get into
Don't
specifics,
pet
but I was just.
the extra tabaxi and the Leviathan.
Oh yeah, did we get RPXP?
You get nothing today. We all get nothing. We all get nothing. We all
Some
owe
0.
experience for today.
I don't know. I'll think about it. Help and Ellendir have already left anyway, so I'm not going to award anything yet. I'll think about. I'll think about it. I'm sure you all qualified for something, but goodness gracious.
I
It's just
told you,
nice to be out of the
at
class.
the beginning of the session, I'm like, are we gonna do that? Are we?
I really appreciated having the opportunity to drink from that sweet tasting flask. And
I
There's
did
some
enjoy
bad
that.
stuff on there.
I'm absolutely going to drink from it every single time that I see that it's open.
You're lucky the
Oh.
DM cut me off and that it was not understood that it was being tipped because I had a few things in my mind for what might have come out of the top of that flat.
be drinking essence of Nimno.
Oh god.
I wonder how
Yeah.
hungry Nimil is because he hasn't had any real food.
So the flask he's basically in stasis in there, but he's conscious.
Okay.
He's able to do stuff, but he doesn't age when he's in the flask, and he has
Okay.
no hunger and needs no rest.
Gotcha.
So he may want food just for the comfort of food, but he also has the ability to conjure like illusion images and stuff, and like he
Yeah.
had Hope feeding him grapes. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
so no, he's not. He doesn't get hungry in there.
That's
Yeah.
extremely overpowered in some ways.
No, I have no idea what I was actually drinking out of the bottle of Nimno. It
Pure
burned going
magic.
down.
You drank
It's diet-
straight magic.
It's
Yeah,
Diet Coke.
straight
It tastes
magic.
like Diet Coke.
So pickle juice.
So yeah, no, if you actually read the what happens when you have to deal with that kind of magic, there's some gnarly stuff in there.
I know. What if his skin turned blue permanently?
That would, there's so many
That's an
funny.
effect.
There's so many good ones that just mess with you. Oh, the skin turning blue. I can't remember some of the other ones. There's some nasty ones. I have to look
Casting
up all the
fireball
wild
on
magic.
yourself.
Yeah, wild
You
magic.
think I'm afraid of that?
Wild magic can TBK a whole party.
You have any idea how much I'm looking forward to getting Fireball?
You're gonna wreck you're gonna wreck anybody around you if you get firewalled.
Nimnil Part 2.
Yeah,
How
exactly.
close does the flask have to be to Nimnil for him to go get sucked into it?
30
It's in
feet?
the description. I think it's 30 feet. 30 feet,
Okay.
and I think you need line of sight with him too.
Yes.
So definitely, if Beto and Nimnil split up, then Hope would not be able to do that. Okay,
Toto's not
and with
afraid
that,
of
So
I'm
you're-
going to bed.
Well,
Have a good night,
hang
brother.
on. No,
Good night, guys.
before that. No, you motherfuck. God damn it. He is under the assumption that, he's under the assumption that Veto has the flask still.
Oh no, Hope took
No.
it back. Hope snatched that
Yeah.
shit away because Veto
That's
was
what I
gonna
was
keep,
trying to say.
Veto was going to keep drinking from it, and
Yeah.
nothing.
I
Good
have a
was gonna
thirst.
happen. Yeah.
I will
Veto refused to
absolutely.
learn his lesson until I guess shit really hit the fan. I don't know.
I just don't
Like,
want to kill Stu.
sip,
That's the only thing
sip.
I did.
Explodes.
You almost did kill Stu. I would have thought that would have taught you a lesson, but no. You're
You
lucky
said the
too,
voice told
because-
me to drink again, so I drunk again.
I know.
I rolled a 1 on
You were
my
gonna
wisdom.
have him kill that shit before, like, I commented, or like we commented it should be random, or like it should be Hope. And you're like, all right, I'll have him hit it, but I won't kill it.
Well, when y'all were like even or odds D6, nobody said rabbits even. Hope's odd. And so I was like, all right, yeah, roll your die, whatever.
Oh, is that what it was? I forgot that someone called it
I
out
thought so.
beforehand.
Yeah, someone
Nobody
else
called
I thought
out
someone
which
else.
was which, and he rolled. So then I was like, all right, that's what it is.
I thought someone did call that, and
Oh, is that what Farcon had said? Was that Hope was even and Rabbit was odd?
Rabbit was even,
Oh,
so I should have punched Hope.
Odd. Even was Hope.
Oh.
you were gonna punch that bunny.
Farcon just agreed that odd was the bunny.
Okay.
Yep.
And I rolled a 5.
And I
Yep.
rolled a 5. So one of the wild magic surges, you bestow curse as a level 5 spell on the next creature you touch.
Now we were using the variant table, which has 3 different columns depending on strength of surge.
Anyway,
and
guys,
both
I'm
moderate.
gonna call the stream here. Thanks for watching,
What is
everyone.
this step up?
We're
Large?
kind of just winding it all down here. We'll be
I know the one where he
live
got confusion.
this
If
next
it had
Friday
been
with
on
Adventures
the
Guild
next level,
stream.
it would have made him levitate off the ground
Not sure
6
exactly
inches
what
for a
time
minute,
because people usually are
which would have been amusing.
within the 30 minutes
That
to an
was
hour about
funny.
being able to jump on. So at
That
some
was the
point,
nuisance.
Friday,
It's extreme, moderate,
we'll
and
be
nuisance. It was
running the
nuisance that would
Holy
have made him
Cow
levitate off the ground.
scenario. No idea what that entails, but looking forward to it. Anyways, thanks for
You
watching,
see,
everyone.
wait,
Thanks for everyone for
extreme,
sticking around for
moderate,
the
and
raid.
nuisance?
Yeah.
And
Oh, so
we'll be
extreme
back
would
Friday.
be the higher